Welcome, everybody, to episode number 82 of the Dragon's Den podcast here on the channel. About flubbed that line. But anyway, we're live and on the air. My name's Eric Hopkins, a.k.a. Joe. Joined tonight by Captain Spooby on the top right. Brandon, we got Miranda Nicole on the bottom left. We got Matthew, who's a little bit under the weather, but he's here. We also got the Faceless Dragon. There he is. We had to bring him in at a little bit of a last-second notice there. So good to have you guys all here tonight. Sorry for anybody who was maybe looking forward to maybe checking out the podcast last night on our normal, regularly scheduled time. But life ensued, things happen, that's the way things go sometimes. We all couldn't quite get together last night so we just thought we'd maybe try to do it tonight instead, just a little bit day late and whatnot. But everything's pretty much the same when it comes to what we're going to talk about. So we just thought we'd push it back today. So I hope you guys are still joining us here. We got 21 people liking and watching the show right now. Hopefully you guys are going to hit the comment, get involved in the discussion. Also hit the like button and also subscribe. Follow us on all of our X accounts and things at the bottom of the screen and in the description box below. Help us out. Help us join or help us grow the channel, as it were, to become bigger and help the algorithm and all that sort of good stuff. You know how things work. So how's it going, everybody? I know it's got been a little bit of a rough week for a couple of you, and Matt's definitely going through it right now a little bit. What's up, Aaron? Everybody doing all right?
Is Miranda rocking a pixie cut?
Well, kind of. It's not what it was supposed to be. We'll just go with that.
All right.
But it is cut. Yeah.
Looks good.
It looks good.
Thanks.
About a week.
Week and a half or so. I think it was last Wednesday or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the last time I saw her.
I could definitely tell it's a little shorter for sure.
Yeah, it's
turn your head that way. Yeah, it's a lot
definitely short. Yeah,
for sure.
And, okay, so since y'all brought it up, the girl I let do it. So I went to a beauty school, let them practice.
Mm-hmm.
She was already a licensed cosmetician in Florida before moving back to Indiana. And she fucked up my hair.
But like you said, you wanted her to learn. So
yeah, but
not on her.
Not on me. Well, and then I always get to places during complete chaos. So all of the instructors were getting ready to go to like a meeting or a training or something. You know how they do at work. Everybody that is supposed to know what's going on leaves at the same time. And then the students are there to just do it. And I think that's what happened.
Yeah. Well, you got to learn somewhere, I suppose. You just happen to be the unfortunate test subject this time around, I suppose. But I don't think it looks bad. It really doesn't. So.
It doesn't think it looks bad either.
Yeah. But I get it. I'm not the one wearing it, though. So I understand if,
Well, yeah. And like I told Brandon, the amount of time it takes me to make it look okay is not feasible for me.
That's why I wear hats. But I'm also bald, so there's that. So
yeah,
real grateful you at least have hair. For sure.
I'm sure if you went to the beauty salon with a broom and dustpan, you could get some hair, Eric.
Wow.
I told the lady, one of the ladies at one of the stores I was at, I was like, look, I almost Britney Spears'd it, but my husband was like, no.
Yeah. Negative.
I'm gonna go down that road. Not today, son. Not today.
Yeah.
After this, it was like, well, why not? I'll just buy a wig.
I mean, was it a free service? I'm guessing.
Negative.
No, it was cheap, but it wasn't free.
Oh, wow.
And now she's paying for it in other ways. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I got what I paid for. Trust me.
Mike's in the chat already. He said, I'm here to avoiding any invites to join the vision, watching Elimination Chamber as well, which we are going to discuss here in just a little bit here. Kind of killing a little time here. Just hopefully maybe the event will end on us so we actually get the full results. But we can get into it in just a little bit here, so stick with us here. He also said, Miranda, you could have had Avery cut your hair since she had a bad habit of wanting to cut her own hair. True. My sister did that once, and she got in big trouble by my mom because it was like down to her butt, and it was like really long, and she didn't like it because she was sitting on it, so she cut it like up around the middle of her back the best she could when she was a kid, and it came back when it was all crooked and stuff. But yeah, she got a little trouble there, but at the same time, live and learn, I guess.
I don't think any of the kids has ever did that. I know when I was a kid, I never did that. My sister never did that, but my niece one time shaved off one of her eyebrows.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
At
no!
my mom's house. No, she was at home, and she came to my mom's that weekend with both of them shaving off because her mother was like, "Well, I'm not just gonna have you rocking one. You might as well wait until they both grow back."
Mhm.
And it was
Just do the other side, pencil it in with a marker. That's all you can do. One big unibrow.
I have never seen anybody without shaved eyebrows before that time.
Mhm.
It's wild.
I know you can't see right now, but I have eyebrows. But here's the thing: my eyebrow hair is so light, you can hardly. Sometimes when I look at the mirror, I'm like, do I even have them? They are there. But
I guess you would be the closest one. But see, 90% of the time we see you, you have a hat on.
True.
So
I got that shadow from the bill anyway.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just me. I noticed it, but I don't know. It's probably part of the going bald thing. That hair gets lighter
Well,
too.
no, because I'm just gonna be honest with you. I noticed the other day, like my eyebrows getting thinner, and I'm like, I had to buy an eyebrow pencil.
Oh goodness, man! I
don't
haven't hit that
just,
point yet.
I don't know if it's just all of us getting older or what's going on. This stuff
I
sucks.
haven't hit that point
Well,
yet.
yeah, and since you brought that up, look, we talked to an old friend yesterday, and you know what? I'm gonna call him old, and I hope he hears this.
I mean, if you are on it, that's what I say.
Yeah, but he used to be in shape.
Yep.
And he got old. But I told Brandon, you know what? Getting old doesn't have to stop us. We can get in shape. So that's our plan.
RFK did it.
Yeah, you ever see some of those actors like in their 70s?
Hell, listen to me. How old are you, Eric?
44.
You're the same age as Finn Balor. You see what shape he's in?
Yeah, he got like what is it? What like 3% body fat or something like that?
Yes.
Like a 12
I wish. That's all I want. I just want no body fat. That'd be kind of nice, or at least less of it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
and I'm
only a couple ways you can do it, and
I'm working on it. Like,
but we'll see how it ends up going. Mike said this makes twice for Avery cutting her own hair. Oof.
Oh,
yeah, got to keep them scissors hidden away, brother. I'll tell you what, and clippers and the whole nine, man. Was it just too long, or just did she didn't like it, or what was the deal? Like, let's know. And just like I said, when my sister did it, just too long. Oh yeah, well he ain't got.
Go ahead.
Jaden's getting long. Last time I saw him, I don't know about Jackson if he's got long hair or not.
Jaden got his haircut the same day I did mine.
Yeah,
and then I had too.
Not by the same person, though, right?
No, no, and theirs looks good.
No. Man,
Brenda, you gotta let it go.
Yours looks good nice. Too. It does, but I get it.
Thank you.
It really does.
But yeah, anyway.
I gotta cut Jackson's hair tomorrow. But like Jackson in the hair department, he drew the short end of the stick. Jaden's hair was long, curly. You remember when Jaden, when he was little, he had long hair.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson drew the short end of the stick. He got more of my texture and style of hair. Like, it's curly, but it does not grow like his brother's and sister's hair grows. And even Anaya prefers her hair cut short.
Well, if I was, I'm not a girl, never have been, never will be. Hashtag science. But no, but if I had long hair all the time, especially with the summer months coming up, I'd want.
We can change that.
No, we're good. No, actually, you can't. You can try, but you can't. But anyway, another story. But no,
I mean, we can get as close as science has allowed us to get.
Okay, fair enough. But no, we're not doing that. But no, but if I would, but I would want, like when I was young, my hair did get long.
Are you transphobic?
No.
Shut up, Aaron.
I ain't afraid. No, I ain't afraid. No train. Anyway, no, but my hair got long and curly, and I had like a bit of a mullet when I was a kid, and I hated it on the neck, so it always got hot. So I would want it cut too. So.
Whoa! You had a mullet too?
Yeah, it kind of curled in the back. All the front of them was in the back.
So you was a bit.
Oh, I had a cowlick apart. I had a big old swirl.
Oh my God!
I hated it. I'm kind of glad I'm bald now.
Of this?
I could probably scrounge up some.
Yearbooks or something. Like, I had an afro, sure, but I always preferred my hair to be cut. My mom and my sister went through the Jerry curl phase. Do you guys remember Jerry curls?
Uh-huh.
My mom and my sister did that. I was cool on all that. You know what I mean? I did get my hair straightened one time, and this is when I first got it braided. But I didn't do like a perm or anything like that. I used a hot comb. You know what a hot comb is?
Mm-hmm. Never used one, but
And I got a hot comb. My hair was straightened with a hot comb before I got it braided the first time I got it braided. And that was the last time because I got my scalp burned twice. I was not a fan. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it. But I always kept my hair cut short. I remember one time my stepdad decided he wanted me to get what is called a bodice fade, or basically he wanted him to put a bowl around my head and then fade the sides.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, negative, Ghost Rider. Like, we're not doing that.
Iron is full.
Yeah. I'm not going to school looking like I'm not doing that. That was the only time he cut my hair. That was the last time he cut my hair, actually. Because then I had to go to an actual barber and get it fixed because my mom seen it after he did it. And she was like, no, we're not doing that. Not to my baby.
Brandon and Eric.
What?
I know we're going to talk about sports in a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but I just want to tell you guys something. I want you to look something up for me in your spare time.
Okay.
There's this outfielder named Spencer Jones. He plays for the Yankees. His batting stance is like a mixture of Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani.
What's his name?
Actually showed comparisons of the
Spencer
two,
Jones. Is that what he said?
and they look exactly similar.
Okay.
So it's really funny because now other players are starting to mimic that batting stance.
But he hit homers like that?
I got you.
Brandon, he has 9 home runs already, and it's week 2 of spring training.
Good gosh.
I want to go to a baseball game.
I do too.
That'd be fun. I ain't been to an actual game.
I want to go to a banana ball game.
I cannot wait to do that.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Well, Matt, if you hear of when they're playing, you let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Do you eat seafood?
Seafood?
Yeah.
Fish?
Like
seafood.
Lobster and crab?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's a place up in Indy we want to go to, so maybe we can make a date.
Is it Joe's Crab Shack?
No, it's called Juicy.
It's called LA Juicy is what it's called.
Well, LA Juicy, whatever.
Does the waitresses have those juicy shorts like what it says on their?
No,
I don't know. I'm just speculating.
You're such a perv. Gosh.
Thank you, Aaron.
Yeah, the crabs are just coming right out of them too.
Oh God, they juicy.
That sounds right up, Eric.
Now you don't eat seafood, Eric, right?
Yeah, but most seafood places still serve chicken or something. It depends on what it is. Some fish.
They'll have a kids menu.
Yeah. See,
probably.
I want the Happy Meal.
Get your grilled cheese.
Yeah.
As long as the waitresses have those booty shorts on, he's good.
Yeah.
No, they don't actually.
Hey, I like cake. It's okay.
All right. Yeah,
moving on.
Man, desperate.
Anyways, yeah.
Desperate.
Let's see here.
When's the last time you got some, Eric?
No,
85.
Yeah, when I was 4. Okay, that's a little much, but anyway, that's a little. We're moving on. Mike said, "I want to lose my hair. I hate having hair. Wife will complain if I shave my head." I don't know why. It's like a cue ball, it's all good. Rub it for good luck. And then he said he doesn't know why his little one did it when she cut her hair. First time was a few years ago, and he said, "You remember when Nate, our buddy at work, showed us a picture of when he had long hair? Yeah, that was something."
Yo, Nate had a beautiful mullet, dude. Nate had a solid mullet, dude.
You never know by looking at him now. I mean, he's a little older, but he's still got a full head of hair. But it's just not the mullet.
I know where you guys can get some really good beard oil.
Oh God, yes. I'm gonna get some.
I need to be able to grow it in.
Badlands has their line of beard oil, and their ads, are hilarious.
God.
So they have the St. Patrick's Day ad up.
We'll have to send it to you so you can see.
I'll send it to you.
Funny as shit, dude.
Sweet. I'm all down for that. All right,
well,
we
got
really
good stuff. It's apparently. Women are using it too for like reverse aging.
I was gonna say, please don't use it for beards. I'm just saying, there's okay.
Well,
I mean, there isn't a. You know what?
Certain parts of the world, you never know. I guess, but anyway, international.
Parts of the
body, you can put it on.
I'm just saying, if trans women can use tampons, even though they don't need them
Aaron,
at all. I'm just saying.
Aaron, let me fill you in on something. It is 2026, and Trump is our president. He has banned transgender a lot of things, not everything. I mean, there's still some adults that can be trans, but most of them are going to be looked at like they're probably pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Especially in the next few years. We're really starting to turn things around, I think.
You may have to like think about your jokes.
I was just gonna say Aaron come in like a Spitfire, which I'm fine with.
Yeah,
but,
like I'm just saying, like the trans thing is really got to be looked at as something crazy.
Oh yeah,
it'll be made a joke after a while.
The first openly trans senator got arrested for raping a child under 3 years old.
No,
what?
I showed you that the other day.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yeah, he was he whatever. Like, there's a mental illness with these people, and we've got to stop just talking about it like it's just another gender, because it's not.
Yeah, I agree with that. But we'll get more into all that sort of good stuff once we get to the politics stuff on our Rumble exclusive.
I get it, but Aaron's the one that's bringing up transgender, and like
I know, it's all good.
Fair enough. I'll keep it to myself until we get to a more friendly
platform.
But then are you just going to talk jokes about it? Because I don't like.
I mean,
I'm only making jokes. I mean, I'm not saying that I agree with any of that.
I get it, but it's not a joke. They're raping kids, and not all of them. But
it's one of those things. It's one of those things too, where like sometimes like the best way to get through serious things is to have some fun and joke about things too.
I get that. I do.
Yeah. I think that's all Aaron's trying to do.
I mean, I totally agree that I believe that a good portion of these people who say they're transgender are just predators using it as an excuse to get closer to their victims.
Children that were groomed by predators.
Mm-hmm.
That too.
Yeah. No doubt. For sure. All righty. Well, I mean, we can keep talking about it if you want to, or we can move on to some other stuff. Let's see. Oh, Mike's giving us comments about the Elimination Chamber in the chat. We'll get to that once. We'll probably you want to go ahead and start the wrestling stuff, and then we'll get into that as we get toward the end of it. Hopefully, it'll be over by then. Sounds like a good plan. And we'll come back to some of this other stuff once we get to the politics stuff too, which I definitely want to dive into because it's always good times to talk about this stuff with you guys. All right, well, let's move into the wrestling stuff, and we'll get into the other stuff. So here we go. Okay, well, since we had 2 weeks off, we definitely have some stuff to get into, and everything when it comes to wrestling, movies, sports, politics, you name it. We've got it here tonight for you guys on the channel. Gotta get this thing in the right order here. Okay, so like Mike mentioned in the chat a little bit earlier, I think the vision in WWE may be just a little bit cursed right now. Bronson Reed tore part of his bicep muscle, and he had that on it. Now he's out indefinitely. So that group has now lost Seth Rollins. It's now lost Braun Breaker, and has now lost Bronson Reed to injury. So WWE called an audible this week during the match that Bronson Reed got his injury in. And of course, the winner of that match was going to go on to be in the men's chamber match that is currently going on right now. And the winner of the match that ended up taking place in place of Bronson was Jey Uso. More on him in just a second. But just kind of thoughts on the vision here. This whole storyline is one of the biggest storylines from WWE going into the WrestleMania event coming up in April. And of course, now that you've got these three main wrestlers and stars completely out of this storyline for the foreseeable future, it's really kind of taken the wind out of its sails for the actual group itself, considering the only two healthy members of the Vision right now are newcomers Logan Paul and Austin Theory. And of course, they've got this whole storyline going on of this hooded man, this masked man attacking the Vision, and was going to potentially even, go up against, a lot of people were speculating it might have been Seth Rollins that would maybe go against Bronson Reed, but that's out the window. Of course, Jey Uso on SmackDown, after he won the match against Bronson Reed, got taken out before the show even started by some mysterious individual. We have no idea who took him out yet, but this is WWE calling another audible here. They made Jey Uso the winner of the match on the fly, and now they wanted someone else to take his spot, which ended up being Logan Paul, who was in the match tonight as well. But the masked man that Logan Paul ended up taking, he punched him at ringside, and they ended up revealing the individual behind the mask, but nobody knows who he is. Anybody know who this is, Brandon? You know who this guy is? Mask was revealed. This guy, his name is Don Furio. And the only reason he's making a little bit of news right now is because of obviously the reveal. But after some research, some wrestling fans noticed that he was trained at the Black and Brave Wrestling Academy, which is operated and partially owned by none other than Seth freaking Rollins himself. So the question is now going to become, because of all the injuries from the Vision going on currently, and the fact that storyline's kind of been blown up because of it, is this WWE just, trashing, I guess you could say, the Hooded Man storyline, moving away from it because they're not going to be able to pay it off and they just got some guy that no one's ever heard of to do it? Or are they going to potentially lean into the fact that it is a one-time pupil of Seth Rollins, and Rollins could maybe build yet another faction up around to face the Vision whenever they do become healthy? What do you think?
I think it's the second one. Judging by what I just saw. Yeah.
It's the second one. Something happened on Elimination Chamber I'm not aware of. Okay. Yeah. Well, go ahead and say it, because we're talking results tonight. So
the Hooded Man came out, went to climb the cage. Security stops him. They get halfway up the aisle, pull his hood off. It's a totally kind of like that guy. Nobody knows who he is. Second Hooded Man comes in, curb stomp, super kick, and a curb stomp to Logan Paul, where then Cody wins.
Okay, Cody wins, but it was
Masked Man takes his mask off, and it's Rollins.
Okay, so all right, well, that's good then. I really hate for them to have to trash the storyline. I really would, but based on what everybody was saying after SmackDown last night, they weren't really sure how this was going to go. But yeah, from the sounds of things, that does sound like a better plan. Now, depending on who these other masked men are, is going to be interesting. But at least we know one of them here with Don Furio. I don't know if they're going to call him that or not. Yeah, so sound like LA Knight was eliminated first, or I'm sorry, second. Javon Evans was first. Trick Williams was also eliminated, and then that's when the Masked Man stuff started to take place as well. When did Randy Orton get eliminated? That's my next question.
Right before all that. Right before.
Okay. And Cody was the last man standing, I'm guessing. So, so that's some crazy stuff.
Hold on.
All this is obviously taking place because of the injuries to the Vision, but
hold on. No, Cody and Randy's still in it. I'm sorry.
Oh, so it's not over yet. Okay, gotcha. Okay, well, hopefully we'll get the finish here before we get to the actual Elimination Chamber results stuff I was going to talk about. But this all tied together with the whole stuff with the Vision, so we thought we'd touch on it. But so thoughts on the Vision's injury stuff. Now that Seth Rollins has been revealed to kind of be behind these masked men, at least, even if he wasn't the masked man at like the Royal Rumble against Braun Breaker. With Braun being out, Bronson's going to be out probably even longer. So that's a long time recovery sometimes. I mean, where do you see this going? Do you think it's going to come down to maybe Seth and Logan Paul for the time being? Are they going to maybe make Brock Lesnar the leader of the Vision? You could maybe.
With Paul. You could.
But Brock's not going to be there enough to probably do that. What's that, Matt?
I don't know.
I've heard Breaker's injury might be career-ending.
I don't think so. Kevin Owens was one that was maybe considered that last year, but I haven't heard anything about that on Brown. I'm not saying it ain't true, but I've not heard it. But what are your thoughts? Anything?
I think it was always going to lead up to a faction for Seth. Holy shit, Randy Orton won.
No kidding. Yeah. Well, Randy and Drew make some sense, and then
Drew just interfered.
He cost
hit
Cody
with the belt.
Sounds like
he tried to. He tried to. He hit Cody with the belt. He gets in the ring, goes to hit him for a Claymore. Cody ends up hitting him, and then they fight for a minute. Randy gets up, grabs Drew, RKO's him. Drew pops up, eats the crossroads, and the moment Cody stood up from the crossroads, he got RKO'd. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Think it's going to turn into a triple threat: Cody, Orton, and McIntyre potentially. Cody's not earned his way in based on things are set up right now, but doesn't mean they can't find a way to do that in the next few weeks. Or it could just be Randy Orton versus McIntyre, which would still be great. Could be good. So yeah, I just don't know where that would put Cody then, potentially. But there's things they could do with it, I'm sure. Just quick thoughts on that. I mean, I don't know.
Again, I mean, I guess either way, but I wouldn't mind Randy getting it one more time before he inevitably retires. So I don't know. I mean, it's this. I can't say it's a bad run from Drew. It actually is really good. I just don't know if I care to see babyface Cody right now.
Well, this could also lead more into the potential heel turn, the way it's done.
Yeah.
You know, Cody not being because of all this interference and this stuff. It's supposed to be a cage match. There's supposed to be no interference, that sort of stuff. You know, I get it. So maybe he could have a bit of a gripe there. I mean, you could maybe do something. I wouldn't think you do Seth and Cody because Seth's whole purpose is against the Vision right now.
But I mean, Seth allowed McIntyre to enter the damn cage because it was wide open after Seth snuck in. Nobody closed it.
Oh, okay. You can
so
maybe
he
do
could
something
kind
like
of blame Seth for that because Seth was trying to get his revenge on the Vision, and this way it pivots Seth away from the Vision right now when the main person that Seth would be beefing with isn't there. That way Seth has something to do until Breaker comes back. You could do that. I could see that being a thing, and that's how you turn him heel. Or I think Orton and McIntyre is a good go. And like I said, it's not like McIntyre's run's been bad or anything. I just wouldn't mind seeing Orton as champ again.
Then they've been teasing this whole storyline with Orton at 14-time world champion, getting that 15th, getting ever so closer to John Cena's record at 17 and stuff like that. You could maybe do that storyline. I could potentially see this going. This is the way I would probably do it. Seth is probably going to face Logan Paul or something for the time being. Eventually work his way through. Maybe hopefully by then Braun could come back and they can do some SummerSlam or something. And then Cody could go up to like Nick Aldis on SmackDown and be like, "Hey, Seth let Drew in the match. That wasn't fair. Let me have a shot at this." He gets a shot, make a triple threat. And then maybe or as Mike mentioned in the chat here, perhaps Cody screws over Randy Orton at WrestleMania. They've been teasing them two potentially feuding a little bit too, and that can maybe be your backlash match, something like that. So that could be kind of where they could go storyline too, for sure. He's got another thought on it too. We'll wait and see what he says there. But yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it sounds like it was a good ending to the show. At least I was watching the show a little bit earlier, kind of for preparation for the show, which we're going to talk about. There are a couple other things on it here in just a minute. But I thought for the most part the show was okay, just not great. It wasn't nothing to write home about. But that was a pretty good ending. I'm not gonna lie to you. That sounds like a lot of fun. So it sounds like they at least had some good ideas when it comes to what they're going to do with that Masked Man storyline and with Seth Rollins and stuff. So because I was a little concerned with that one, and I'm still a little curious to see where they're going to go with it because there's a lot of things that you can't do right now because of all the injuries. So we'll see how it ends up going. A few of the things we do know though this week, though, we did find out that Liv Morgan, who won the 2026 Women's Royal Rumble match, she had picked her opponent for WrestleMania, and even though it was a cool moment because she teased like she was going to pick Jade Cargill, kind of like when Jade Cargill walked into the Elimination Chamber last year, teased like she was going to hit Liv Morgan, but then she attacked Naomi, but Liv turned around and then smacked Stephanie Vaquer instead, which I thought was pretty cool. Nice little callback to what they did last year. So Liv Morgan is going to be facing Stephanie Vaquer for her Women's World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 2. Thoughts on this match? This could be a lot of fun. I think these two young ladies got a lot of talent. So yeah.
Does that say cry about it?
Yeah, that's kind of one of her things. Yeah,
that's hilarious.
So, what do you think about the match?
I could see these two. That's the way I thought it was going to go anyway. I think Liv's going to win. That's my honest guess. Like I think Liv's going to win that match.
Yeah,
but
at that whole comeback tour thing after she's had the injury, I can see that. Stephanie's had it for a hot minute too. So yeah, you're probably not wrong there. I'm still kind of curious to see where Dominic Mysterio goes into all this too, if he's ready to go by Mania, with Finn Balor losing again tonight as well. I still think that that's going to be the direction there with the Judgment Day imploding as well, potentially for the Men's Intercontinental Championship and stuff like that. So we'll see. Mike said Rollins gets Cody to team with him against Paul in theory. Cody turns on him, then screws over Orton as Cody joins the Vision before getting injured and ruining things.
That's crazy.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, Rollins getting Cody to team with him and Paul. I don't think about this for a second. Rollins and Cody. Oh, Rollins gets Cody to team with. Okay,
but Rollins is on Raw.
That'd be a tough sell too. Rollins and Cody have a really rough history.
Not but they're on two separate brands too, though.
Well, that's never stopped them. But I see your point. Then Cody turns on him, then screws over Orton. That's Cody. I mean, hey, I've heard worse ideas. I mean, Cody joining the Vision would definitely be something. That's not something I'd have on my bingo card, but now that you mention it, I'm not going to deny it. I think that's actually a pretty good idea. Based on where everything's at.
That would be bad, honestly.
That'd be one way to end WrestleMania. I'll tell you that right there. Well, it'd probably be the night one ending, I would assume. But anyway, either way, could be interesting. I'm not going to lie to you there. We also got new women's tag team champions as the Irresistible Forces, Nia Jax and Lash Legend defeat Rhea Ripley and Io Sky on SmackDown, kind of out of the blue. But AEW does this sort of thing too. So what are your thoughts on the women's championships changing hands here? I think it's because of what they did with Rhea Ripley tonight. They wanted to get
I think that's exactly why they did that.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying, well, they didn't have much chemistry together. I don't believe that. I just think that it was because they wanted Rhea to do this singles run against Jade Cargill, and maybe she wins the title too. So, yeah. Thoughts on Nia and Lash Legend, though? I mean, Lash Legend got the pin on Rhea Ripley to end this match too, which is interesting to note.
Hey, Lash is good. I said Nia, Jesus.
Yeah.
Nia Jax is good in the ring. Like it is, now you have your two big, and I don't mean that in any negative way, but you have your two big heel women of that, which is always good for, especially tag titles, to have as your champions. Like when the heels are the champions, like it just works better for the baby faces. Now you can actually create some more teams and have opponents for them, and I think they can do that. I just wish they wouldn't have two. I wish they would, like, the only titles I guess at this point that I'd be okay with being on two shows is the heavyweight titles. Like that's it, the men's and women. Every other belt should be interchangeable between brands, simply because you get matchups you don't normally get, but it's a wider roster. You know what I'm saying? Because right now the women's division as a whole split up kind of meh. But if you could put them together and have those belts travel between brands that way, I think it would work better.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. We're speaking of like talking between brands, and Mike even mentioned it's Mania season. Brands mean nothing. You're absolutely right. I mean, it's all about what's the best storyline going forward, and I get that, and that's why sometimes I don't know if I like the brand split. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. I'm back and forth on it sometimes. But correct me if I'm wrong. And I don't remember if they didn't really have a draft last year, which I was happy with. But Rhea Ripley used to be on Raw. Now she's challenging for the SmackDown Women's World Championship, which, again, it doesn't really matter to. And she's kind of been over there at times with, Damian Priest and stuff after he got moved over. Or at least I don't think they had a draft. But anyway, so so she's been on SmackDown a lot more as well. But she's also been on Raw too with the women's tag team titles and stuff too. So I'm not sure exactly how I feel about all the brand moving around and stuff, but I think for this it'll work out just fine. But the biggest story. Oh yeah, go ahead.
When you get a title shot, right? Like when you win these gimmicks, it doesn't really matter which brand you're on, because like if someone is challenged, you know what I mean? So like this feels like a more natural way to rotate people, whether that's for scheduling reasons or calendar reasons. Like you're going to give them more breaks, so they're not on the Raw run, but they're on the SmackDown run. So it's like not as many shows. You get what I'm saying? Like I think it's a natural way for them to do it without doing a draft. But I also hate the emphasis on the brand split because it never really is.
No, even with the draft, they always have. Eventually, people start switching shows.
Yeah, but
about the draft.
And the same thing with the men's tag division too. Like, just one fucking set of belts.
Yeah,
that's it for that.
Yeah, like even I'm one of those guys. Don't necessarily think we need the Intercontinental title and the U.S. title especially for both men and women's. I don't know if we need that many belts, but that's a whole other argument and story. But for sure, I think we were in agreement there in a lot of cases. There's too many belts in all companies at this point. It's just a thing. Mike said now something crazy after being undefeated in NXT, not losing until Charlotte beat her for no reason at WrestleMania 34. Asuka is like 0-5 or something at Mania. They royally screwed her up. Yeah, that's one woman I think that since she's been in NXT, it's not been the same. But I'm not saying she hasn't had some bad or good moments on the main roster. She has. This stuff they got her doing lately with like her crazy accent, speaking Japanese. I was like, okay, you're just going overboard with it, but they're trying to make her remarkable, I suppose. But yeah, I don't know.
No, that was her gimmick. That was her gimmick in New Japan.
That crazy, though, like complete, not like crazy, not like crazy isn't good. We're talking over the top cheesy. Is what she's been at times. That's what my concern is. Yeah, I don't mind her being nuts. That's fine.
The whole gimmick of Asuka was she was I don't know what's I guess the English word. She's a performer. Like the whole get up is a theater thing. Like so she played different characters. Yeah, it was pretty much the same way it was over there. Just
I remember in NXT
Japanese makes sense. No, that was a different Asuka though.
Oh,
she wasn't doing that gimmick there.
And maybe that's why some people like me is kind of like, well, I preferred the one in NXT, maybe because I didn't pay much attention to it when she was like over in New Japan and things like that. But so yeah, I don't know. But yeah, 0-5 at WrestleMania is crazy. She should have a better record.
That's wild though. Like
no
no
doubt about that. That needs to be way better than that. But the biggest story of this week, I think, when it comes to pro wrestling, is of course the actual final retirement of AJ Styles here, even though he lost at the Royal Rumble and retired there basically. But he didn't leave his gloves in the ring at the Royal Rumble. He decided to wait to do them here. And of course, we speculated here on the channel, even we didn't quite know why he was acting like maybe he didn't want to leave the gloves down in the ring then. And he said on Monday Night Raw, the reason why he didn't drop them in the ring at the Royal Rumble is because he wanted to wait and do it at home. And they were in Atlanta, Georgia. And I believe he has a residence there, if I'm not mistaken. So that does make some sense.
For 40 minutes down the road is where he was born.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, so at the time we were speculating we were going on the information we had, thinking that maybe he even would go to AEW, although he come out and said on a podcast this week he never had plans to do that. It was always meant to be this way. However, I don't think he intended on what happened at the end of Monday Night Raw, though, because he looked genuinely surprised and shocked when none other than the dead man himself, The Undertaker, rolled down to the ring on his motorcycle, and he kind of played it off like, you've heard the expression, if you see me coming, you're already gone. Well, I've amended that a little bit. If you see me coming, that means you're going. And he inducts him. Huh?
I've heard from a lot of people that AJ was a very well-liked.
Oh yeah,
AJ.
Oh yeah, one of the best in the business for sure.
Yeah. He's very classy.
So this induction into the Hall of Fame that Undertaker announced here, absolutely well earned and well deserved.
Yeah,
and this is not the first time. It's not the first time Undertaker's done this too. Last year, Undertaker told Stephanie McMahon that she was going to be inducted into this Hall of Fame this year, and now he's done the same for AJ Styles. So is Undertaker the Hall of Fame guy now, where he comes out and lets everybody know,
Possibly.
like he said, if you see him coming, that means you're going. So from now on, we see the Taker. Maybe that means that person's getting inducted, so that could be like a tell moving
That's
forward.
But if you think about it,
season.
if you think about it, it's
2 drops of pee comes out of the Rock.
it's still kind of the Undertaker gimmick, He comes to collect your soul, but in this instance, he's coming to collect you for the Hall of Fame. Like he's still doing the job of a Reaper. Just in a positive way.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of cool because when he put his hand on AJ Styles, that you see there in the photo, he said, "It is my esteemed honor." And then AJ Styles just looked at him. He's like, "Holy shit!" He had no idea. He had no idea it was coming. You could clearly tell.
He said, "Like I don't know if you hear it pick up on the mic, but I did." He says, "You got me there," and he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I didn't see that." He goes, "Nope." And Taker says, "No," but he says to him, he goes, "You really got me there." And he was like, "Yeah."
That was the point, son. But anyway, still taking him to school. But if this makes all the sense in the world too, because AJ Styles was the guy who had his Undertaker's last WrestleMania match with Undertaker. So him and AJ had the Boneyard match, which at the time, I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of because it was a cinematic thing, and all that sort of stuff. It was like I think it was during COVID and all that sort of stuff. Yep. But looking back on it, it's actually more memorable than you might think. But sometimes you just don't appreciate certain things in the moment,
That picture with the light behind Undertaker, and Taker standing up behind AJ Styles, still like a horror movie. Still besides the one with Roman and Drew. Oh,
yeah, that was good too. Yeah, Mike said AJ Styles supposedly also told his friend Carl Anderson he needed to quit because his neck hurts too much. So see, looking out for his friends and other fellow wrestlers and things like that too.
Yeah,
definitely
he was
a class
on that podcast.
Was he? I think they were both together. Yeah, him and Luke Gallows too. Yeah. So. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I think that's where he made that announcement that he never really had any plans to go to anywhere else after this. He wanted to retire, which we also kind of thought he had said in the past and stuff. But again, he was just kind of doing this thing where he was kind of teasing like, well, maybe I'm not quite done yet. So let people to speculate, which is nothing wrong with that too, but you just got to do it responsibly, So, but anyway, all things considered though, AJ Styles 100% deserved of the upcoming Hall of Fame induction. So that's now Stephanie and AJ Styles for this year's Hall of Fame class. I know Mike's probably got some thoughts. Maybe he'll share them with us in the weeks to come. Some of the people he'd like to have go into the Hall of Fame for sure. I know he's thinking about maybe getting involved with that, letting us know some of his thoughts on that. So, but this is a good start, I think, for this year's class, no doubt about it. So,
there's still some people, and this is why I hate the IWC. Like, I really do, who still believe the fact that the only reason he got that is because they don't want him going anywhere else. That's a grown man.
Yeah, see, that was the thing. When we were speculating about going to, there's some people saying, well, the only reason they gave him the Hall of Fame is to keep you from going to AEW. That from AJ's own mouth, he said that was never a thing. Now, could he have been lying? Maybe, but again, I would trust his word over some internet dirt sheet. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, this sounds like something he wants to do.
The man said it himself in the ring. I having kids, I can say this. Having done nothing but work the majority of their lives, I would trade all of that just to spend more time with them. Like, you miss certain things. They may seem small, but they add up.
And imagine somebody like AJ Styles who's on the road.
Yeah.
Like in your normal life, you go to an 8 to 10 hour job every day. You get to come home, at least see your kids sometimes during the week.
Yeah.
AJ probably didn't see his kids for weeks, months at a time.
Months at a time.
It's a whole different thing.
Even when he was over in Japan, like, he was gone for stints of time, months and months at times. Comes home for maybe a week or two, back on a jet, back to Japan. Like, that, when you know, and he said it himself. Like, he watched his kids grow up through Instagram and Facebook. And FaceTime calls. That's no way. You know, and it sucks because, like, I got to see AJ live against Seth Rollins in a fucking old bar. Wasn't that big of a space, but I got to see them live. I watched AJ from the time he started in TNA to when he went to New Japan. When I showed you guys AJ Styles versus Nakamura in Japan, phenomenal fucking match, by the way. And then him debuting, we watched that Royal Rumble together when he came out.
Yeah. And WWE completely botched the camera.
Yeah, because they had the camera in the ring for the first part of the damn song, and then they're like, "Oh shit!"
Roman's going, "Huh? I don't know who that is." Anyway, but you need to watch Nakamura and AJ from Saturday Night's Main Event too, if you've not done so.
Yeah, I got to see that.
Recently.
I got to see that.
Sorry,
but it sucks. But at the end of the day, as a father, I fucking get it.
Yeah, I get it too. I mean, and I'm not even a father, and I still get it. But anyway, I'm an uncle. I still get it. You know what I mean? But Mike said, little fun fact: he started watching Memphis wrestling around this time 40 years ago, and March 1st, 1986 was the episode with the angle that started Jeff Jarrett's wrestling career. An 18-year-old referee who got beat up by Bill Dundee and Buddy Landell. That episode was one that many give rave reviews to. Led to Jerry Lawler returning after a loser leaves town angle with Dundee. Huh? Interesting.
Oh wow.
So yeah. I know Mike's been a fan longer than I can remember. Let's put it that way.
86, big dog.
I was 5.
3.
Yeah. Probably 4 going on 5. But yeah, I didn't get into wrestling until I was at least 10. That's when I started, about 1991 or so. So yeah, it's been a minute for sure.
It sucks to see him leave, but like AJ's in his career, there's nothing that I'm being dead serious. There's nothing he can turn around and look at and go, man, I wish this was better. Like, he carried a company, him and Samoa Joe, single-handedly, and this is before the icons for Sting and all that shit was in TNA. They made TNA watchable.
Oh yeah,
they made TNA something you had to see. I watched when I first started watching TNA around that time. Like, AJ was the first one that got me hooked into it. I remember him coming out to that song. You know,
wait, hold on.
I am.
I thought Pornhub made TNA watchable.
Different TNA, bro.
And
total nonstop action, not the other.
Same thing. And
yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Man.
It was great though. But like, he was really like I said, he's seen it, he's done it, he's been there. And I think there's nothing like I can think of in his career that like I mean, personal bias or your own worst critic. I'm sure there's probably something he could pick out, but like the man's been on top of his game in wrestling since he laced up his boots, and there's not many guys you can say that about. Like that night they had to do that match because everybody got stuck in Saudi Arabia. Like it was AJ and was it Cena?
I don't remember. I couldn't tell you.
No, it was AJ and Finn. They tore the house down.
Oh,
and
okay.
They were the two biggest stars, that actually were there, made it back or whatever. Mm-hmm. And like they tore the house down for a main event. It's sad to see him go, but like that's a dope honor.
And fans never are ready to see some of their favorites leave. I remember when Taker put down his gear. Cena just this last December. Fans are never ready for it, but sometimes it always tends to work out. You know what I mean? Like it always ends up being a special moment for fans, even if they aren't ready to say goodbye just yet. Then Mike said he was 9 going on 10 in 1986. He said the angle that he was talking about also featured Dutch Mantel, aka Zeb Coulter, from what was it? We the People, who had been with Dundee and Landell till falling out the previous week. So yeah, go watch your 1986 Memphis wrestling, folks. Get caught up on your history, as Mike would always say. But as of tonight, like I said, we got some winners. We got Rhea Ripley. We now know she will face Jade Cargill at WrestleMania 42 after defeating multiple women in the women's elimination chamber match tonight as well. 2 powerhouses here. Rhea's definitely trimmed down a lot more, so I'd say Jade maybe look a little bit more physically imposing at this point. So thoughts on this? What do you think about this women's world championship match at the upcoming big
Here's the thing. Yeah. I don't want Rhea to win this, but I also wouldn't be mad if she did win this.
I think she is. Yeah. Jade Cargill won the title in the last year. She's yet to defend it, I think. She does. They don't let her wrestle. I think what really is going on, they got Jade Cargill from AEW partially as a coup to get her away from AEW, but now I think they understand that she's still rather green. I think they know that. They want her to be like champion because she's got the look, she's got all the potential, but I don't know if she's ready to be that person yet, and we're going to see how this plays out at WrestleMania. If anybody can bring her to a really good match, it'd be Rhea. But yeah, that's just kind of my thoughts on it. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, so I think Rhea probably takes the belt, or maybe Rhea gives her the rub and gets her the big win here, Manny. I don't know, but what do you think?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think that I think the issue with Jade is they don't know. Well, I think a lot of things got derailed with Bianca being out.
True, too.
Seemingly as long as she's going to be.
Yeah, and she's now she just now had some surgery, didn't she, on her finger?
Yeah,
not too long back, which is like she's been out almost a year now.
Naomi, again being out now. I think this was something that was going to be played out later, but it was always something that was going to happen between Rhea and Jade. But I think with Jordynne Grace coming up soon,
yeah, she's on SmackDown.
Thinking, with Jordynne Grace being like, they're going to want to put her in that spot. But I think with the issue with Jade is they didn't know how to push her or characterize her better, like because. It's the same thing with Rhea, but you got to make it Jade. And that's kind of hard to do. But there's also really no credible women on SmackDown that they could really put against her. Yes, Stephanie, but like Stephanie has her flaws too.
And Stephanie's on Raw anyway at the moment. Well, Tiffany Stratton, but
not Stephanie. I'm sorry,
but they kind of did that like some last year. So I mean, been there,
And then Charlotte is an enigma in all of this, but I think your biggest. They want that Charlotte versus Rhea again too. So
I could see Charlotte and Alexa going after Lash and Nia Jax at the moment, because Charlotte, after not qualifying for the Elimination Chamber, she's like getting all depressed because Alexa was able to get in. She wasn't. She was like eating like 3 cartons of ice cream. I was like, it was like pretty hilarious. So she's playing this up a little bit, like she's jealous. So it's Charlotte, she's used to having all these big wins and stuff. So I mean, it's kind of a fun little. I'm kind of enjoying watching Charlotte Flair right now. She's winning me over with her gimmick. So more of that, please. I'd like to see more of that. But when it comes to the women's championships as well, we also got a new women's intercontinental champion. AJ Lee defeated Becky Lynch tonight as well, as her husband CM Punk, as we mentioned, also retained his.
I knew that was going to happen
well. Chicago, what do you expect? I mean, I think this is kind of writing on the wall. So yeah, I mean, that means AJ Lee. We'll see what goes on with her at WrestleMania, who she ends up having a challenger with. I don't know, but
probably Valkyrie.
Well, Valkyrie's
well,
no,
never mind. Damn, who else? I mean, EO.
I mean, you could do Maxine Dupree or Natty. They've kind of been sniffing around that, but I just don't know if that would go too well. I mean, I got a feeling those two will probably continue to hook up themselves. I'm not totally sure. I mean, you could do Nikki Bella or something, but that's another one. The Breeze may go up against the tag team champs too. I'm not.
You don't think Bellas, that's not going to happen?
Yeah,
that's going to be a fucking thing.
Probably, but so that's another thing too. So, Mike even said something tonight. I thought was interesting. He thought maybe Paige would return and screw over AJ Lee tonight. You could do that match at WrestleMania. Paige and AJ Lee, running it back from years ago. You very well could if they brought Paige back before WrestleMania. That's a possibility. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what ends up happening with AJ. But yeah, we're obviously getting CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. That is your main event for WrestleMania, as they will be also having a face-to-face on Monday Night Raw this Monday night, 2 days from now, from Indianapolis, Indiana. So those of you who are going there for that show, hope you guys have a good time. I'm not going. I know a few people at work who are. So
I hope. I really do. And I think they can do it.
Mm-hmm.
I hope this segment or promo thing that they do has just as much or even more animosity feeling in it than the first one did. Because
I hope so too. And the first one had Seth as well. But
I'm talking about the first promo between
the promo.
Roman,
Sorry.
Yeah.
I just meant the match. You're right. Okay.
Like the match itself should just be a fight. Like there's a lot of hatred between the two of them. Like they aired out some grievances in that promo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
So like, oh,
and if they do that, that's going to be this build could be one of the best on the entire main WrestleMania card for sure. Not only that, after Punk won tonight, I don't know if you caught this, but on X, Roman Reigns tweeted out and WWE reposted it. He said, quote, "Not sure who looked more tired, the crowd or the champion. Enjoy this final month of relevancy." So the big dog is ready to come for his gold for sure.
So me and Miranda had this conversation too. And again, by no means am I saying anything negative the way this comes out. I was like, Miranda says Punk looks a little, he does, but he's also older. And I said, well, look at Finn though. Finn is I said 38.
44. You
said he's 44, dude.
I believe it. I mean, it's sad. I mean, I don't know what that says about me because I'm 44, but yeah, I'm real. It's crazy.
And I go, I'm not saying CM Punk is not in shape because he is.
Yes,
but comparatively to
some of these other wrestlers,
Balor, who I thought was way younger, and we gave CM Punk like 20 years over him. So that's just let you know how old we thought Punk was. So she looks it up. Punk's 47. And I'm like, God, but he looked all of 47 years old.
Yeah.
He looked winded.
And Roman's 40. So, and obviously that's a decent gap there. And Roman, even as a part-time wrestler for the most part at the moment, he's going to run circles around Punk when it comes to cardio and everything right now.
Yeah, that's the thing. And Finn may be 44. And there's only a 3-year difference there. But Finn is like a real workhorse. Like his cardio is insane. So I think that's what it was it was just Finn was moving too much.
What helps Punk in this WrestleMania match, which we're going to do a whole WrestleMania prediction show once we get closer to the event. But what helps Punk in this match, in my opinion, is it works to Punk's advantage that Roman Reigns works a slow style. Yeah. Because he likes to trash talk and do all this stuff. So I think that will benefit Punk to make the match come off better. Finn works a faster style normally, and it showed tonight when he wrestled CM Punk. And Punk, again, it's just his age. And Punk's admitted he's going to be retiring sooner rather than later. So it's not going to be too much longer before he probably steps away too. I wouldn't be surprised if Punk goes in the Hall of Fame and retires before next year. at some point. Maybe Gunther,
Yeah.
another career killer, potentially down the line. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So let's see here.
But
Mike
like I said, he
Yeah.
can still do it. I can't. It is what it is.
Yeah,
I was just pointing it out.
He's running circles around me, that's for sure. He said, seriously, Mike said, seriously, I miss those old territory days, though. Not just Memphis, as some from those days said, you could go one place for a spell, then move on when the time was right to try and make money elsewhere. Fact was, there was no internet then, so you only heard about some guys through magazines and tape trading until they came through your area. Yeah, you remember those days of like you only read about wrestling news in like the WWF magazines and stuff like that. There was no dirt sheets really. You got interviews and stuff through those old magazines back in those days too. So yeah. And he also said, I have a match idea. Yeah, go ahead.
But like the territories would kind of work nowadays with technology being the way it is, because like you could find indie feds all over YouTube, and you could watch their videos. They put pay-per-views on there, not behind a pay window, just pay-per-view matches for indie shows and shit. So it would it'd be a pretty, if you think about it, the indie scene is kind of like territories because you're getting them from all over the fucking place.
Sure, we had an indie territory comment through Rumble on us a couple weeks ago. We followed him on Rumble. So there you go. So I mean, they're out there. You just got to go digging for them for sure. He said he had a match idea. He said the El Grande Americano versus Original Americano, mask versus mask. Chad Gable and Ludwig return as special. Original Americano has Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate in his corner to counteract the other two. It'd be interesting to see him try to pull that off. But I know you're playing it in a gimmick. I'm down. I mean, if they can pull it off, hey.
You know what? The fucked up thing is, Americana is huge over in Mexico. Like,
yeah. Did you see how they book it? Like in AAA. Again, we're going to not do the kayfabe thing at the moment, but at AAA, Chad Gable's Americano is booed and Ludwig Kaiser's is cheered. In America, Ludwig Kaiser's is cheered and Gable is, Gable's cheered. Yeah, and Ludwig is booed.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but just the way they're playing it. So I got to give credit.
I don't think it was meant to be what it is now. Does that make sense?
No,
we were supposed to have
Chad wasn't supposed to get hurt.
Yeah.
And look, I just want y'all to know, not everybody's supposed to fall for it, and I'm one of them people. So I don't know
what you're talking about, fam.
So,
Americano.
Mike, F you and your thoughts, Miranda. That's what my thoughts are.
I mean, I don't think anybody completely buys that, but we're just having fun with the gimmick. But yeah, absolutely.
And I'm always shit on your gimmick because of that.
Fair enough. Hi, Kathy. Good to have you there.
Hi, Kathy. I was wondering if that was you, and then.
I see you got your Rumble all figured out, so that's good to see. So awesome. You'll be able to watch the whole shows now. That's awesome because we always get.
That's funny.
I'm sorry if you get ads. The $9.99 is so worth it a month.
That's what I got tired of ads on YouTube too, so I ended up paying. That's mostly so I can turn my phone on black and listen to the stories as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if Rumble has that feature or not.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Cool. That's a good
they
deal.
did that before you had to pay for it, though.
Oh, I got you. All right. Was there anything else in WWE you want to cover? No, that was pretty. Oh, wait. Oh, no, there was one other thing I want to cover in WWE real quick. WWE's been teasing this. Hold on. Do I got the right tab? No, I don't. Okay.
The damn box.
WWE's been teasing this crate, this box, and it was not going to be open until tonight at Elimination Chamber. And it was jimmied open by Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce. And they saw a casket on the inside, then they walked away saying, "We're not touching this." And out popped all these mime dancers, I guess you could call it, and of course Danhausen from AEW, and of course many different independencies and stuff as well. So Danhausen has arrived in WWE. Very nice, very evil, but it could have been worse. It could have been Vince McMahon. Okay, so let's at least not to get too crazy. Now it was interesting. All Danhausen did was come down to the ring. He handed Michael Cole a jar of teeth. Which was interesting, and Michael Cole looked at it kind of confused, and he didn't look too enthused about the whole thing either. Neither did Wade Barrett, neither did the entire crowd. But they probably don't know who this guy is. If you've not seen AEW, he's really not been on the main, I guess level scene, as it were, when it comes to overall pro wrestling. So I guess I could see him being the next comedy routine in WWE, maybe teaming up with R-Truth. things like that. What do you think that they may have in store for Danhausen? Do you think it's going to be a long gimmick in WWE, or do you think it's going to be short lived? I don't know how this is going to work on the main roster and stuff. The main audience.
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's going to be one of those, and that's like people kind of figured out it was going to be him. It's going to be like him or one other person, and
Vince McMahon.
No, Jesus Christ,
no. Chris Jericho
I've
was
seen
another
him
one going around.
I've seen him wrestle. Like I know he can do that.
Mm-hmm.
He's huge on the indie scene. Just the whole gimmick is big on the indie scene, but like. I don't know, man.
Kind of the cursed thing, he'll curse somebody, they can't move, that sort of thing. It's definitely comedic in nature. Mike was calling him Papa Shango 2.0. I don't know if that was more creepy.
Far.
This is more goofy, but he did say it's the world's most non-dangerous mime, for sure. Because I'll never forget when Mike saw him for the first time in AEW, and he was texting me back and forth. He goes, "Who's the mime?" That was his response. I go, "Got me, bro." But anyway, so yeah, for those of you who like Danhausen, which he was entertaining in AEW at times. He got injured a little bit, so he wasn't used as much as I would think they would like to have used him, especially in the ring. So we'll see what they end up doing with him. WWE's had many different comedic wrestlers throughout their history, so they might be able to make this work maybe when AEW didn't. So it could be one of those situations. We'll have to wait and see how that ends up going. So excited though to have old Danhausen. No, not. The crowd didn't seem to care either.
It wasn't because nobody knows who he is.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
One more thing before we leave WWE. If you get a chance to listen to Hobbs, Royce Keys, whatever you want to call him.
I did see some of that, yeah. With Stephanie
interview with he made me cry.
Yeah,
like legit tears. Like I was like, "Fuck, dude!" Like because a lot of his childhood reminds me of a lot of mine. A lot of the shit that he.
Who was it?
His name's Royce Keys in WWE. It was Powerhouse Hobbs from AEW.
Oh.
Yeah, he's now in AEW though. Yeah.
It's wow,
Yeah. That's some tough stuff he was talking about there from he went through as a kid. No doubt about it. But if you want to listen to that, you can definitely check it out on WWE's podcast channels and things like that. And speaking of Vince McMahon, too, did you by any chance see the body cam footage of Vince McMahon getting pulled over after he hit somebody going 100 miles an hour?
No, I did not.
Dude, they finally released it, and he. Per Vince McMahon, he was kind of calm and stuff, but yeah, it was interesting to see him driving 100 miles an hour, hitting somebody else, and then I was just like, oh man, Vince. But yeah, then there's rumors.
Hit somebody doing 100 miles.
Yeah, he a cop was catching up to him because he was going so fast, and I guess he was in the right hand lane, and he went to veer into the left lane real quick, but he rear-ended somebody else. Nobody got hurt, thankfully, but he was going over 100 miles an hour when he hit him. And then of course he pulled over and of course he got cited and had to go to court and all that sort of stuff. That on top of everything else he's been going through court-wise, I'm sure. And then of course there was talk about now that some of the stuff with the court stuff may have gone in Vince's way, or at least not so much to put him in jail. I guess that he's even considering rebuying WWE from TKO with Saudi Arabian backers. I don't know how true that is, but that was definitely making the rounds the last few weeks as well. So let's hope not. I don't think TKO would do that. At this point, they're kind of making hand over fist with WWE at the moment. So, but never say never. Vince, if he can get his company back, he's going to try, or at least weasel his way back on the board. He is. So I think they're better off without him, but that's just my personal opinion. So Mike said in the old Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, there was a character called Lady Mystic who would hypnotize her opponents during the match, make them do things under spell, like attack their own partner. That's sort of something like Danhausen would do, but everything I don't know if he actually kind of controlled them or not. I know they kind of froze at times when he would curse them and things like that, kind of render them useless, I suppose. But we'll see how that ends up going for Danhausen for sure. But yeah, that's interesting. Lady Mystic. There's been some creepy, weird gimmicks throughout the years. There ain't no doubt about that. So on the other side of things, real quick, I just want to mention a couple things when it comes to AEW. Nothing too much going on this week as they're building up to Revolution. We do now know that MJF versus Hangman Adam Page is the main event for the show, and Hangman Adam Page earned a title shot by defeating Andrade El Idolo at Grand Slam Australia. He will face MJF, who also defeated Brody King at the same event. They will square off now at Revolution on March 15th in a Texas death match. The stipulation outside of the death match rules is if Hangman Adam Page loses, he will never challenge for the AEW championship again for, quote, as long as he lives. So this is kind of the Cody Rhodes stipulation a little bit here, as this is the rest of the card as it stands right now. Do you think that pretty much is a telltale sign that Hangman Page is winning this match against MJF, or are they going to do the Cody Rhodes route with Adam Page?
I I don't know, man, because
Mhm.
why would you? I don't know, because it seems like you're building up to MJF versus Strickland or MJF versus
Osprey, maybe eventually down the line.
yeah, but there's another person in line before.
I mean, there's
Fucking
Kenny. There, I mean,
Omega. That's who it was.
Oh, okay.
You're building up to Omega versus MJF,
who Swerve just beat. So yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of guys in line there. I don't know what you end up doing, but I mean, even MJF mentioned it during his promo. He said the last guy who did this, MJF made it to where he couldn't challenge for a title again, and now here Hangman Page. It's the only way he was able to get the match or the stipulation I think that he wanted was by giving putting his career or not career, but challenging for the titles on the line forever. But yeah, I don't know if you do that, but MJF may be dropping the title here because not only that, if you do, I mean, I don't know if you want to do Hangman and Swerve again for because we've been doing that's the problem I think AEW is having right now a little bit. Some of their matches they've done before over and over again, and they're kind of repeating some of the same matches they've done. Hangman and Swerve was fun a couple weeks ago, though. However, it ended up with Swerve pulling Aubrey Edwards in the way of a V-trigger, and Aubrey Edwards took a hell of a bump with it. But Swerve Strickland ended up beating Hangman Adam or Kenny Omega here, I should say. Even go so far as to take it one step further and choking Kenny Omega as well. And of course, that led to the full-blown heel turn of Swerve Strickland. So he is now a full-blown heel, along with Prince Nana, who's also gone heel. So I think in a way this is going to help AEW's dynamic because they were kind of in desperate need of a heel with some of the injuries. But we've seen this before, to that credit. But so they're kind of in a bit of a rut, in my opinion, a little bit right now.
Also, though, how can you say it's a heel turn per se?
Well, he was a baby face, but he's still kind of
really a baby face.
It's kind of like Roman Reigns a little bit. Like he's never really been that, but they cheered him. I get it.
That doesn't matter. They cheer MJF, and he's clearly
fair enough, for sure. I mean, we did find out this week, though, that Brody King was not being held back by WB, though, because he was on the show, and more F-Ice chants rang out like crazy. Those are just getting louder. But so we'll see how that ends up playing out. But so, yeah, I mean, there are times that, I mean, obviously, I still love AEW and stuff, but I do feel like there are times that WWE has been doing better overall, and I feel like right now is one of those times. Of course, right now is their WrestleMania season, things like that too. But I feel like AEW does need to do something, maybe kind of shake things up a little bit. Maybe that's just me. I don't know.
You're 100% correct. I think AEW has an issue with heels right now.
Mm-hmm. Really some of that's due to injuries too.
Yeah, so I'm Joe's hurt.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Osprey's out, but he was a baby face.
Yeah,
but
like MJF is your biggest heel right now, which again,
which is a good one. Andrade's being built up, so there's that. You got Fletcher, you got Okada. But even Okada's cheered, you know, so it's kind of hard. And then they're trying to build up other guys like Takeshita. Obviously, Mox is still there and things like that. But I don't know if
Mox, you don't know what the fuck to do with.
And Mox, you just turned babyface, so you don't want to turn him back. So you want to keep.
Yeah, but you can't say that you just turned him babyface, but his group that he is still the leader of,
I know,
are clearly not.
That's why I feel like a breakup's got to happen there sometime down the line.
It should have happened a while ago.
Probably, but it may be a question of who's going to be the leader there. I don't know. But yeah, there are certain things I think that they can improve on, and hopefully they'll get to that point. But I did like the heel turn, and I do think the matchup. And so obviously the matches at Revolution are going to be good. We've only got 3 right now, but they've still got a few weeks to build it out and things like that. But yeah, we'll see where this thing goes. But
you have Moxley lose to Takeshita.
Well, they went to it. They went to a time limit draw a couple weeks ago, which this match at Revolution is going to be no time limit, so there will be a winner. I think Takeshita does win the Continental Championship here from
because it furthers the Takeshita and Okada thing. So
that, and of course just Takeshita.
And you could have that also be the time where he gets excommunicated from the Death Riders because he lost again.
Yeah, that'd be a good time to do it.
And that way you could finally go. You know, he's a face, and now you give something to do with the Death Riders, like him and Claudio, him and Pac. Well, lead up to him and Pac.
They've been kind of feuding with the Callis family a little bit too, as a whole, with the Takeshita stuff. So yeah, you can definitely do all that too, for sure. All right, we'll move on from pro wrestling this week, but yeah, some good stuff going around there, and hopefully things will continue to heat up when we get into some of these big pay-per-views coming up in the weeks to come. But Elimination Chamber, like I said, on the whole, okay, not great, but that's just my opinion. Let's see here. Mike said in the chat she had a bone that had a flash. that had a flash bulb that flashed in her opponent's eyes. Oh, talking about Lady Mystic there from the old Memphis days. And he said, on my time, it failed when was when Sally, the farmer's daughter, wore her lucky children feet around her neck. Yeah, that.
You say children feet?
On my time, it failed.
Chicken feet.
Yeah, Sally, the farmer's daughter. What? I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, brother.
Maybe that was just worded interestingly. I don't know, but maybe you can clarify. But yeah, so yeah, interesting stuff back in those days. Well, it was the 80s. What do you want? I mean, let's be honest. All right, well, let's we got some movie stuff to get into, so let's get into that. Here we go. I don't know if Matt's still there or not, if he fell asleep due to NyQuil or something, but
probably.
I figured he might like. Matt's out of it, ladies and gentlemen. So forgive him tonight. No worries, but hopefully he'll feel better next week and stuff too. But only time it failed was when Sally, the farmer's daughter. Okay, only time it didn't work was at Memphis. It was Glow. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't follow Glow much. They even still around. That's kind of new. Anyway, Brandon's already gone. He didn't go answer that question. All right. So anyway, Matt, I don't know if you care about this movie trailer. We had some movie trailers come out over the last couple of weeks, and I thought I'd show a few of these. This one is, of course, the full-length trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu. So I thought we'd check it out real quick. And if you want to talk about it, we will. So here we go.
Hey, never touch the buttons. I can use some information.
Whoa, for this price, I'll tell you whatever you want.
I'm looking for a HUD.
Close for the night. Thank you.
Gangsters, war criminals.
Long live the Empire.
We'll take out every bad guy in your deck of cards.
This isn't about revenge. It's about preventing another war.
Strap in.
You will suffer.
There we go.
And then it will be his turn.
Before going into harm's way, check your armor. The kid will live centuries beyond me. I won't always be around to protect him.
Are you scared? You should be.
Do we run? Or do we fight?
I love some of the animated characters.
What are you waiting for? Let's save the rest for after dinner.
I love that father-son figure there, that dynamic going on in this movie for sure. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I think it looks better than some of the stuff that they've been kind of putting out as of late. And this is the first movie that Star Wars and Lucasfilm have put out in like 6 years. So this is hopefully a good start to get them back on the movie theater track, as it were, as they release this new poster with it as well. But again, it's just good to see some of the animated characters starting to make their appearance here. Obviously, we know Zeb from Rebels is going to be in this as well. This is Embo. He is a bounty hunter from the Clone Wars animated series, as you can see him here. So hopefully he'll bring his trusty sidekick, Wolf, that he is pet with him as well. That'd be a lot of fun too. So yeah, this will be good.
Note,
mm-hmm.
I know it's not canon, but that Star Wars game we were playing, the Old Republic.
Oh yeah. Some people
they have that suit that he is wearing. They have that as an armor set in the game.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, really?
I have it on one of my I have it on for my bounty hunter. It's a bounty hunter set you can get, and I have it on my bounty hunter.
I mean, I know he's kind of a favorite of Dave Filoni's, who's now the basically running president, I guess, of Lucasfilm, as you could call it. So obviously he's going to make his way into this. And of course, like I said,
That's the
Yes.
actual character then, because like that's
Yeah.
what the name of it is. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, he's a great bounty hunter too in the animated series too. And of course, we got the Hutts involved with this as well, because obviously we saw a couple clips there of Mando fighting a Hutt, which is actually Rhoda the Hutt from the Clone Wars movie as well. He was a little baby in that movie, known as Stinky. He's going to be all grown up and fighting the Mandalorian as well. So that'd be kind of fun. That's what Ahsoka called him when she was younger too. So it's a little nickname she gave him here. Then of course we get a little bit of Grogu, using the Force here, doing a little bit of training, kind of a la those days on Dagobah that Luke had back in the day. So stuff like that, and it's like you just got this really cool albino looking like dragon snake, which is really kind of neat to look at. Some good imagery in this as well.
Crazy.
So yeah, some very good stuff. And of course, obviously the Apocalypse Now kind of throwback Star Wars has done multiple times. So yeah, anytime you get this iconic shot, it's great. So yeah, so I think this looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Did you try to say something, Matt, or did I just hear things?
No.
Oh, okay, sorry. But I just thought if you wanted to say something, I'd let you say it. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, this is going to be coming out here at the end of May, so it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I just hope that there's some good narrative reasons for it outside of just like doing like some Mandalorian TV shows on the big screen. I just hope there's a reason for it and to kind of push forward the overall story. I think that'd be a good thing. Mike said in the chat, what ever happened to Jar Jar Binks? Did he have a violent, brutal death, maybe beaten to death by his severed ears? No. In canon, it's never been addressed on screen, but after he inadvertently gave the powers to the Supreme Chancellor, which he used to take over the universe or the galaxy, in one of the novels, I think, or maybe in one of the comics or novels, it was explained that Jar Jar Binks basically ended up homeless and begging for money because that's kind of the way they wrote him, like taking his penance, as it were. So he is alive in the canon somewhere, but kind of faded into the background as it was. So yeah, he got his just desserts. But he was trying to do the right thing. He just got deceived by the ever powerful Dark One. So there you go. Yeah, so you got Mandalorian Grogu coming out on May 22nd, just right around the corner, not too far off, for sure. All right, we got a couple others here I wanted to share here that come out over the last few weeks. This one is the new trailer for Toy Story 5. We got the first full trailer. It's not a teaser or any sort of posters or anything like that. We just got a full-blown trailer. So let's check out what this is going to be all about and see what Woody and the gang is all up to. Here you go.
Do you, Forky, to Karen Beverly to be your beloved bride?
Yeehaw! I now pronounce you husband and knife. Who poisoned the maid of honor?
Bonnie, there's a package for you. Oh, thank you.
Hi there, I'm Lily Pad. Let's play. Extinction, not again.
Bonnie, screen time's over now.
Okay.
I want to talk to you, Device.
Please, call me Lily.
Me and the toys have been working all summer to try and get Bonnie to make friends.
Yeah.
But then you had to ruin
Got
it.
it.
You're not even listening to me.
I'm always listening. See?
Now look here. Me and the toys have been working all summer.
No, in Spanish.
What?
Yeah, I got dibs on behind the dresser.
Woody! Jesse, hello?
Is it as bad out there for toys as they say it is?
We're finding more abandoned toys each day.
We're down! Tex invaded our house, too.
I don't know, Jesse. Toys are for play, but tech is for everything.
I'm losing Bonnie to this device.
You got a friend in me. Woody! Came here as fast as I could.
Why are you wearing a dress, Woody?
It's called a poncho, Forky.
Oh, someone needs a brown marker.
Halt! Who goes there? Whoa! I come in peace.
It's been too long, cowboy.
What are you, some sort of old man toy?
What?
She thinks you're old because you're bald, Woody.
Bonnie needs help from someone at least from the same century. So long, toys.
We're gonna need backup. No way. She's getting away, boss! Our mission on this planet is to make a child happy.
Just remember what your past is. Bonnie still needs us. Come on, Bullseye!
But you stay here. I'm going with them. You don't think I can do it?
No!
Nice poncho.
It's good to see them fighting again.
It sure is.
first impressions to me is at least they look like they found a reason to have this movie, and it's not just for more money. It seems like it's got a very good narrative story to it. Also relevant today with the tech and stuff and toys not being played with nearly as much as they used to be, things like that. And of course, just the nostalgia alone. I mean, the first film, I don't know if you remember this, but came out in 1996, 30 years ago.
What?
Yeah. Hard to believe, isn't it?
Oh
I'm
my
going to
god!
Your mouth.
I'm just saying.
Wow. Why did you have to? Wow.
You really put it in perspective.
I know it's the truth, though. Like, I'm sorry I had to bring it up. I mean, I feel it too. I understand. I mean, geez, I was a freshman in high school when this came out.
That hurt my soul,
Matt,
brother.
what year was Matt born?
I believe it was 96.
Get the fuck out of Dodge.
So Toy Story is older than Matt.
Or at least the same age, around in there.
Yes.
So yeah.
I feel like, oh my god.
I know. And hey, but in 30 years, this is only the 5th movie. They could have had 20 films by now, maybe.
Yeah, if they were on the Fast and Furious timeline.
Yeah, no joke. and at least in this case, the stories are better. So, and I will give them that. They have not made any
I don't know about that, but
well, here's the thing. They've not made any Toy Story movie that's not had a good story yet. In fact, all 4 of the Toy Story films
You know what they should have done? I'm sorry, go ahead. You could finish your
thought. No, I was just going to say they have over 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, but so they're always, some of them like 100% even. So yeah, go ahead.
I feel like they missed an opportunity to showcase all the toys made in China.
Fair enough. I mean,
if they're going to bring in tech,
had that crossover. Oh,
yeah,
where it's like some anime shit.
I mean, maybe the lily pad is from China. Maybe they'll get a gag in there that says something like that, made in Taiwan or something. I don't know.
But I mean, it's fucked up because like we kind of watched that all happen. We did that too. Like we grew out of toys. I had a shit ton of toys when I was a kid. G.I. Joes to He-Man to Ninja Turtles, Voltron. I had.
Well, Eric never grew out of toys. Look at around him.
That's true.
These are action figure collectibles.
Well, that's what Brandon was just talking about too.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Action figures.
Yeah.
Like we grew up with the wrestling ring, and you know what I'm saying. Like
used to have those too.
But then that turned into Nintendo showing up, Atari, Sega, and then PC. Like
our generation started the screen time. That's
yeah. And unfortunately, I mean, and that's why I think this movie is going to be so relevant when it comes to that dynamic alone. But it just feels like from this trailer, as all Toy Story movies is pretty well done so far, it pulls on your heartstrings in one way or another. And in this case, obviously being a 30 years old franchise now, it's going to do that even more. And nothing, kind of shows that more than this image here of Woody supporting his, newly found bald spot, as it were, or as I like to call it, the John Cena, because. That was kind of, so I mean, maybe he can get himself some nice little. John Cena got his fixed. I don't know what he used, but his is no longer there.
When he saw that picture, he said immediately.
Well, everybody gave him such crap for it too. So it's like, he got his fix. So I think they even made a joke in the trailer. Someone needs a brown marker. So there, and that's all you need. Get that guy from Toy Story 2, fixed him all up. He can kind of repaint him in there. But as much as we feel old too, imagine how Tom Hanks and Tim Allen feel. I mean, some of the original cast members have passed away. John Ratzenberger from Cheers is still in there. He plays Ham the pig. But there was, I think, the ones who voiced I know Jim Varney, who did Slinky Dog, and the people who voiced I think Don Rickles did Mr. Potato Head. Estelle Harris from the old Seinfeld days did Mrs. Potato Head. They're no longer with this.
One of them also did the voice for Mac for in Cars.
Doc Hudson.
Doc Hudson.
Yeah.
And damn.
And we know Keanu Reeves is returning as Duke Kaboom in this as well. So we know that he was in. I believe, I think he was in the 4th film. So that'd be kind of fun to see. He's like a stunt driver or stunt motorcycle driver.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna force the kids to watch it.
Well, you can go see it on June 19th. Be coming
Force
around,
the
and
kids to watch it, so we
and
can
I
watch
hate
it.
to say, and you know what? I'm 44. I'm going to go see this in a theater because it's.
I don't know about all that.
What am I?
Okay, look, I'm gonna send my kids with you.
Oh yeah. I don't know if I can afford all of them.
Well, no, I'll pay for them.
Yeah, we'll pay for them. They're just gonna go with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. I don't mind. I don't mind taking
That way it looks less weird.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, you can
maybe.
use them. They can call you uncle, and then you're not a 44-year-old watching Toy Story by yourself.
Yeah.
If anybody asks, I'll just
Or
be like.
with-
If anybody asks, I'll just be like, I talk about movies online. It's okay. It's all good. It's not a
or
weird
with
thing.
Nathaniel.
Good cover.
Yeah.
Good cover. Right. Hey, I'm a movie critic. You know, that's what I do. It's my job. That's the way I go about it.
I will say this.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm starting though. Like, I'm hoping that this is going to be the end of Toy Story movie. Just
I think this is the final one. Because Tim Allen and Tom Hanks ain't going to be around forever, and they're in their like 70s now.
Yeah, but that means
They're
all
probably
gives
in the
you
Epstein
opportunity to shift it.
At least
to
one of them
something
is,
else.
maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know about Tim, but anyway, yeah,
Tim Allen. No.
yeah, Tim's all right.
But then they could, if they wanted to continue it though, dude, like they could just shift it to something else. Like I feel like this story needs to end.
Well, that in this movie is supposed to be centered more around the female cowboy Jessie a little bit, and her interaction with Bonnie, obviously, since Woody's kind of moved on in the last film. So, and that's another thing. They gave a narrative reason as to why Woody would come back in this as well. A lot of people were like, "Well, Woody's story ended in the last one. He's no longer a part of the household." Okay, fine, but Bonnie needs his help. He's going to go back and help his friend, so that it makes sense narratively to do it. So I don't think they're just taking a swing and just doing it for no reason. So I think we just need to wait and see what they present us. So I think it's got a lot of potential. Mike said, I put the old commercial on Facebook, but I also asked, did anyone actually have a pogo ball? And if so, did they survive it? Oh, he had a lot of stuff. I guess it was
bro.
Yeah.
Aaron remembers I brought this up at work. We were talking about like, I don't know, like 90s shit.
Before you go on, I just want to say I was not a very adventurous child either. Go on.
Oh.
If I knew I could possibly get hurt, I probably wasn't going to do it.
Oh, yeah. I was like that too.
I twisted my ankle walking too many times. Like,
see, that's why like my childhood was vastly different. I was into shit. You know what I'm saying? Like getting hurt was part of my vacation plans.
Oh, I still got hurt. I ran a 4-wheeler into a tree, Brandon. Like that's what happened when I tried to do fun things.
Ah.
I mean,
I flipped a golf cart once. Well, I was on a golf cart that flipped.
And I almost ran my uncle and myself into the pond on a 4-wheeler. It was his fault.
So what Miranda's saying is her incidents were high risk, high reward, whereas all of ours were more low injuries. Risk, high reward. But for whatever reason, we still got hurt.
Pretty much, yeah.
Dude, I ended up in the ER part of my summer. Man, it was bad. My mom wanted to kill me that summer. I spent more time in the emergency room than I did actually outside. Like I
She's mad. Myself up. She's mad you got stuck with the medical bills, man.
And like, and we're just gonna put that out there. I'm not gonna pay medical bills, co-pays for my kids. Like, I give them vitamins so they don't get sick, so I don't have to take them to the doctor. I am not paying for that shit.
The rule that my mom and dad had growing up was if it ain't broken, it ain't hurting, you ain't going.
Yeah.
So get over it because they didn't want to. I get it. I mean, it's not cheap,
Yeah.
And now it's probably even worse. Let's be honest, for sure.
But I still want to get forward.
I took him to get his stitches, and you guys see the freaking scar he had.
Yeah.
But Anaya's foot's healing just fine. I could have made you want to cut an artery.
Yeah, I nicked an artery. That's my issue.
Oh, man.
Squirting blood like Spider-Man. But anyway.
Flip.
Dude, I did that. I was like,
did you do the flip?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm like, dude.
I was like, yo, she was trying her hardest not to let me bleed out. And I was like, hold on. And I pulled it off. And I was like, I'm Spider-Man. And I squeezed it and it got out. And she was like, no, you idiot.
Oh my god. I could see you doing that too, by the way. It's completely on brand. For sure it is. No doubt. sure. But we got one more brand that I thought we'd talk about here real quick. This week, not last week, but this week, we got the first full-length trailer for the new Mortal Kombat 2. Thought you guys might want to check this out. Definitely looks like we're going to be getting a full-blown story centered around Johnny Cage instead of Cole Young this time. So that sounds like a good thing. Here you go. Let's check it out.
You want to know what makes a hero? It's not destiny. It's not something you're born with. It's searching for greatness.
Johnny Cage, you have been chosen for Mortal Kombat.
Then realizing you've had it in you this entire time.
Oh, nice.
Whoa! I really don't feel comfortable hitting a girl.
Don't worry.
You won't.
Yo, send me back. I want to go back.
Come on, Johnny.
The tournament are simple. Our fates would not be settled by the size of our armies. They would be decided by combat.
I'm not some great warrior. I'm not some champion.
Ooh, noob Cybot.
This is a war, Jade, for the fate of your world.
Finish him! Me.
Kano
belongs to me.
We do not kneel!
Our only chance is to face this together.
Let's go, baby.
You, Johnny Cage, are a part of this now. It's showtime.
Get over here!
All right.
Johnny will definitely die.
All right. So, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I think this has more potential than the first film did. The first film was a little shaky here and there, definitely centered around the new character Cole Young, who is still in this movie, but he's very, very minor in the trailer. You blink, you miss him type situation. I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of the characters who actually dies this time around. I'll have to wait and see. I think the idea of centering this movie more around Johnny Cage makes a lot of sense. Kind of like the first film centered around Liu Kang. Well, even the second film a little bit did back in the 90s. And that worked out pretty well. You take an established character, you build the story around them, and I think it kind of plays well in the overall storyline when it comes to the tournament. And there is going to be a tournament this time, which is also a big plus too. So just based on all that,
yeah, a lot of the plot is the actual tournament. Like it looks like it's a real fucking tournament. You know, damn, I really like that trailer. I wanted to hate it.
I mean, yeah, well, yeah, and we watched the original together. And we were all just kind of like a little underwhelmed a little bit.
Yeah.
But this again, sometimes you start off with a good idea, maybe it doesn't go the right way you hope it will. And remember, the first one was released online. It was like during COVID and stuff too. So like it didn't have that big theatrical experience.
But like the best part of it though was the Scorpion and Sub-Zero part.
Yeah,
like,
and
that
they're
was
back
like
here.
Literally one of the best parts of that movie.
Well, I should say they're back here. Scorpion's back. Looks like Noob Saibot's in this. Again, a natural progression with the story. From everything
what happened in that? Yeah. So that's why it would be. Damn, that's good. That's why Noob's there.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, all these characters look on point. Obviously, look. I want to say that they was it Kung Lao who died? Did he die in the first film? Looks like he's being resurrected in this one, if I'm not mistaken. So obviously, there's got some great characters from this, and not every character's been used as well.
And they look like they're using actual fatalities in this one. Like that one where Liu Kang was the toasty, or not Liu Kang, Scorpion breathing fire. Like that's an actual. Like it looks like the fights. The action is going to be actually part of, not it's going to be some, I don't know, with the original one, that story was fucking crazy and all over the place. But like, I like Johnny Cage, so it's cool to see Johnny's story.
And if they do more with the Scorpion Sub-Zero stuff, I'll be completely fine with it. I really will. I mean, because that to me was the best thing about the first film, really. So more of that, please. And of course, you bring more Sonya Blade, Jax, Kano's back. Looks like he's missing his eye. All that sort of stuff. So I got to go back and watch the first film. I've not seen since probably when it came out. It's been a long time. So just kind of refresh for this. But you got Sindel, you got Jade, you got all sorts of characters in that.
There was
Baraka,
there's a couple
Katana.
of Baraka looks good too.
Yeah, when the first little teaser they gave out looked like his mouth still wasn't looking great. This looks better here. We had more time to do the CGI. So yeah, I mean, I think it's got potential, and it sounds like they had a good reason from moving it from like later in the year to May. This is going to be one of the tentpole movies that comes out during the beginning of the summer. So I think that maybe made a good decision as long as the story is good and it actually is a good movie. So, but yeah, looks good on paper. But you know how trailers are; they can be deceiving.
Yeah,
wait and see. But yeah, so far so good. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. And that comes out May 8th. So yeah, that's really close to about a little over about 2 months away, something like that. So yeah, be a lot of fun. Yeah. So what was it? Oh, Mike said, kind of going off our chat a little earlier, he said he broke both his bones in his forearm. Oh man. Yeah, broke both bones in my forearm. How I fell is a blank. Everything that happened between putting my foot in the seat and me on the ground is a blank.
So you don't know how you fell.
Gotcha. Okay, I was kind of confused with the foot and forearm there for a second. But
Kathy,
yeah, you have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. She said I
on.
tried, but it won't let me do anything now. I'm not sure what you were trying to do there. Yeah, I don't know. If you're trying to comment, it works. That works fine.
Yeah,
I'm not totally sure, but let us know. Maybe she didn't mean to put that there. I'm not sure. But anyway, all right. We got a couple bit of rapid fire news items. I thought I'd run through two real quick here. One big news item, but a couple minor ones here. So let's start off with Tom Cruise. Apparently, is reportedly working on Mission Impossible 9, which I'm kind of like. They billed the last Mission Impossible 8. They called it the Final Reckoning because it was supposed to be the last in the franchise. Now we're getting potentially Mission Impossible 9 as Chloe Zhao, who is the director of Eternals, which was a Marvel flop in a lot of people's minds, has been tapped by Tom Cruise to potentially write and direct this movie. Now, this does not mean that Tom Cruise is going to be in it, but I have a hard time believing he's not going to be at this point. Don't get me wrong. I like Tom Cruise movies. I like the Mission Impossible movies, but I just kind of felt the last one kind of was the ending, and now maybe doing a little too far. I don't know, but I do like his Top Gun and all that sort of stuff at Paramount. So we'll see how that ends up going. But yeah, as for right now, we got another one in the works from the looks of things. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem 2 has its release date moved up by 1 month. It is now coming out August 13th, 2027. So those of you guys who are interested in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle animated stuff, we are still supposedly getting a live action reboot as well.
Boo.
But the animated stuff or the reboot, which is it?
Animated stuff.
I don't necessarily like this animated version myself personally, but yeah. So
I've
anyway.
never seen it.
It's okay, but yeah, it's not my cup of tea. Is the old 90s Ninja Turtles. That's just kind of the way I am. The 80s animated.
I thought the new live action was supposed to do something like that. It was kind of to pay homage to that.
Well, we speculated what they could maybe do with it on the channel for sure. They decided not to go with The Last Ronin. Thought it was too violent, I guess. I hope that eventually they kind of come back around to that. But yeah, there's a lot of talk of that. Maybe they are.
The original.
I think they should either stop or come up with new characters or something. Because hearing you guys bitch about that, like what they do and don't do with new shit, is so annoying. Okay, carry on.
Welcome to movie punditry. This is the way things go.
I'd rather just review food.
I mean, Miranda's right, because if they're gonna do a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, why not we do like the Next Generation or have like a bridge where it's like
bitching about Metalhead. Why didn't they do this? Why didn't they do that? Make them do what you want. Like, just give us new shit. I'm tired of the old shit. Tired of you making it. I'm tired of you fucking it up. Give us a new.
It sucks because it's like you want something new, but then you get something new and it deviates from what you wanted. It's a weird
it's like
thing
going back to the toys. Our toys were fun. This shit that I buy for these kids now it breaks within days.
Mm-hmm.
It's so expensive. Like, I don't know. All right, I'm done. Sorry.
Well, Mike made an interesting point. He said, "Did you know the Ninja Turtles exist in the DC universe?" There's actually an animated movie, and there's some comics where Ninja Turtles versus Batman, which after the story,
they've been reusing their stories for decades. Then,
yeah.
Who? Well, Batman and Ninja Turtles are kind of new, but
like,
they're trying to different clonations and stuff for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people like what they like too. They don't want new characters and stuff. I mean, they do, but no one goes and sees the new movies. And when they do, they turn into franchises. And then we complain about, they're making too many Quiet Place movies or something now. So it's like, you know what I mean? Oh, we love John Wick. He was fresh, but now they made 5 John Wicks. So it's like
I think we all just need to touch more grass.
Kind of, yeah. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Hey, I have
play video games like. I don't know.
But even those are remakes too, and sequels, and So,
but you can have houses in Warcraft now.
You can, and I have my house about to be the shit. I was never mind.
Such is life, I suppose.
Yeah. Huh? You can bridge similarities between video games, but there is still a lot of uniqueness to a lot of video games.
Yeah,
and you can't say that to popular movies. I mean, that's kind of why me and Ashley have gone to kind of watching, these B movies, these kind of independent films, because you can find some gems in there that it's like, it's nothing big, it's nothing crazy, but it was a decent story and you were in it the whole time,
But question though, out of all the gems you found, to find the gem, how much crap have you watched to find that gem? I'm not saying blockbusters ain't crap sometimes, because they can be, but
I'd say it's about 50-50. I mean, it's not like we throw a show on and just see what happens. No, we look at a title and say, oh, this sounds interesting. We look it up online. We check out what reviews there were, and kind of that, we take a process of elimination, and then we watch the movie and we go, all right, it was pretty good.
Just watch the show.
Something just dawned on me.
Yeah.
Anaya's birthday was just last Sunday.
Happy belated, even though I wished it on your Facebook. Happy belated birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not really, happy birthday, girl, but she got her present a couple days late because Amazon sucks sometimes.
Yeah.
Everything I ordered but her gift came on her actual birthday on Sunday. Like, I got all of my Amazon order on Sunday but her gift. Anyway, that just wraps up the haircut week. She wanted a steering wheel for her PlayStation. Our PlayStation, the one I want,
little bit about at a girl.
Yeah, that was skill, not chance. But she told me when she told me she wanted it, she said, so I could learn how to drive. Well, that little shit has been getting first place in racing games.
Yeah, brother.
Even without the steering wheel?
No, with the steering wheel.
With the steering wheel. She's just started playing the games. When she got the steering wheel. Like, she didn't download them before she got the steering wheel. So I think I just may have
I'm talking about she be whipping these cars.
The key's gonna be whether or not she drives like that when she gets her actual license.
That's what I'm saying. She wanted the excuse, so I can learn how to drive. Well, now she's gonna be a fucking race car driver.
Just get her one of those like actual driving simulators or something.
Yeah,
so more like
when we were looking for the steering wheel, you can get a whole setup for like less than $300.
Yeah, I've seen those.
A whole setup.
Pretty cool.
Like,
and it would fit in the basement. Like,
yeah,
because you don't have to be real high.
Yeah,
nice. Yeah, I've seen people drive NASCARs and all sorts of racing games with them. They're pretty cool. But yeah,
I know you played the flight simulator stuff. Have you ever looked into getting the actual gear?
I don't know if I've
you know what I mean?
Oh, like the actual throttles and stuff. No, I mean I've never played them in any long. Maybe dabbled in it here and there, but nothing really major.
No,
Jackson was driving a semi truck.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. That was
Got to get the big rig wheel though if you're going to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Got to get the big one for sure. Kathy said driving just like her mama.
Yeah, she did call me out a little bit today, didn't you? Look, I've been trying to be better. I promise.
Mike said I got my driving skills from Dukes of Hazzard and Smoking the Bandit. So yeah, there are worse ways.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't go get when you did your jumps or anything, did you? That's more,
that was
anyway.
A good show.
Yeah, not so much a remake movie, but yeah, better than Starsky and Hutch that they did that movie. That movie was terrible.
Lord, that was terrible.
Speaking of movies that might be terrible though, and we want something new though, Funko has signed a deal with Rideback, which is the company that made the Lego movie, which actually was really good.
No.
The first one, to develop Funko-inspired TV shows and movies. So it sounds like we're going to get Funko movies now.
Oh,
TV. Well, hey, they got to make money somewhere. Remember, they were about to go bankrupt as per reports. So this might be a
do
way for them
shorts or something. Don't do a whole damn. I know.
Wait, how are they going to do that when every Funko Pop is a licensed character from another movie?
It'd probably be some generic characters they make up, I imagine, or they get the licenses. I mean, Lego got
they
some
already got
for
the
DC
licenses
and stuff.
in order to make them. So it wouldn't be nothing but negotiating and moving some, numbers around. And if they could get Disney to co-produce some of these fucking movies, or even Pixar, then
how is that even?
They'll be profitable.
Hey, if you'd have asked me that the Lego movie would have been the second one wasn't as good, but the Lego Batman movie was great. There were some Lego stuff that was pretty good. Yeah,
got it. Okay, their new owners are going to build them. Okay, fine. How the fuck are these motherfuckers going to get out of the boxes by themselves?
That I have no idea.
Unless they live at your house. Your Funko Pops are going to come alive, Eric.
They better not, because they already look at me. They're plotting my death at night. I know they are. Nice try. But anyway, yeah, Eric, there will be a night after night watching those Funkos. Yeah. Will there be night
That's
after
the
night?
thing,
Yeah, I don't know if I would actually want to watch this movie or anything. Anyway, I don't know if it appeals to me. I like to collect them, but I don't know if I'd care to see this personally.
It'll be one of those. It'll be like it's their own little world where like they look like Funko Pop toys or whatever, but it'd be like this weird Zootopia type thing.
I don't think it's
Mike said I'll be sitting there going, got it. Maybe, depending. I mean, if they got wrestling, Star Wars,
you know
Marvel,
what, Eric,
Disney,
you talk a lot during anything we watch. You will be doing something like that.
Yeah.
When it's a movie, I usually don't talk through unless it's I've already seen it 5 times. But I don't like to disturb people and stuff either.
By the time we see it, you usually do. So
sorry.
No,
I'll just start shoveling popcorn from now on. Right? I know.
But I don't care
don't
to
watch
see something
movies
like
with
this.
you. Remember, I fall asleep. I'm just fucking with you.
It was funny too. Like a couple weeks back when you weren't on the show, we talked about a John Wick related movie. And we just talked spoilers on that one because we was like, Miranda's not here. Just say it because she's not seen it yet anyway.
I had to turn around and make sure she was asleep for real. I was like,
like she seen. All right. Anyway, what happens was, isn't it? It's funny. Anyway,
I'm sorry. I've been fucking tired lately.
I hear you. As I've gotten a little older too, I've noticed there's been a few times in movie theaters I'll start nodding. I don't know if it's just I don't know what it is. I've got to get over it because I like
comfortable.
You comfortable, bro. And you get food in you. You get sleepy. It just happens, man. So that's what happens. But yeah, we got a little bit more news on Jackass 5. Apparently, this one is going to be the last one, according to Johnny Knoxville. I hope so, because like he's already like afraid of hurting himself again. So I hope
all that means is they're going to hurt themselves really good this last time.
Yeah, you would say.
They better not.
They're going to be fucking insane. So
well, they had like a whole new young crew when they did Jackass 4. But I got a feeling they're going to be involved a little more probably in this than the old guys are. But they're going to do something stupid every single time, especially Steve-O. So we'll see how it goes. But they've had many injuries over the years. They need to just be careful. So I hope this is the last one. So we'll
truly
see
do.
We talked 2 weeks ago about how some
Sorry.
Sony spin-offs were coming, like Spider-Gwen or Spider-Punk could be coming. We now have confirmation that they're working on an animated Venom movie as well. Tom Hardy is involved in some capacity, but I don't know if he's going to play the voice or anything like that, or this is going to be something completely different. But it sounds like we're getting animated Venom. What do you think about that? I think that could be really cool looking if you do it in the vein of these Spider-Verse type stuff for sure.
Yeah.
Even if you don't, I mean, this has got a lot of, visual, to look at here if you do it the right way, graphics and whatnot. So, yeah.
Especially if they have She-Venom in there.
Yes, which they did one of the Venom movies for a short period of time. There was a little bit of an homage to that. So, yeah, you could definitely spin this out for sure. I don't know how. I don't think this would tie into any of the MCU stuff or anything like that. But, yeah.
But Sony's the one that they're doing. I mean, they do the Miles Morales ones, right?
Yes.
I mean, they could find a way to incorporate into their, eventual, because you got to wonder where that story's going too.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to end there or what. I mean, and as much as crap we've given Sony for some of their bad movies in regards to the Spider-Man universe, the Miles Morales stuff was good. Some of the early Tobey Maguire stuff was good. So they have made some good Spider-Man stuff with Spider-Man in it. That's the key. A lot of the stuff that Spider-Man wasn't in, like the Venom movies, well, the first one was all right. The second one and third one's not that great. Not to mention we got Madam Web, Morbius, and Kraven the Hunter wasn't successful. So much so it killed the Spider-Man spinoff universe. Although Sony now says they plan to reboot their spinoff universe after Kraven flopped. So we're going to be getting new recasts and new characters. If they're smart, they will at least include Spider-Man in these rebooted movies at some point down the line here. So I don't know what their plan is with this yet, but this was just announced this week. But we're getting more Sony Spider-Man spinoff stuff outside of the main MCU stuff as well. So yeah,
I don't think I watched Morbius or Kraven.
I haven't seen either one yet either. So, but maybe I'll check them out just for a B movie night.
Kraven is like a dope character. Ugh, you just fucked it up. Like
there was no Spider-Man in it. What are you going to do? A lot of these characters center around their relationship with Peter Parker, Spider-Man, and you rip that part of it out of the film, you're ruining these characters on top of it. So it's like, just have a Spider-Man. If it's not a live-action Miles Morales, if he's in the MCU, or if it's not Tom Holland's Spider-Man, just create a new Spider-Man in this universe. Continue Andrew Garfield's or something. You can do things with an actual Spider-Man to make it make sense. So I hope that's what they do. Otherwise, it's just going to flop again. So the part of it is Sony too. If they don't make a Spider-Man movie that's related to that character in that universe every 5 years, they have to give the rights back fully to Marvel. That's partially why they're continuing this. They don't want to give up those rights. It's a money thing. So I mean, and that's the case. You just better not. You might as well just not do it. You're just doing it to make them at that point. So hopefully they got a plan this time, and hopefully it'll actually work out. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. But the biggest news of the week when it comes to movies really is. Shocker. We all was talking a few weeks back that Netflix was going to be buying Warner Brothers. That is not the case now. After multiple different bids that Paramount put in, Warner Brothers kept denying them. They were going to go with Netflix anyway. Well, Netflix has been trying to get the government regulation stuff worked out. It's not quite really going their way just yet. Well, Paramount put in one final bid, and Warner Brothers Discovery now likes that bid better than Netflix, and they told Netflix, well, we like the Paramount bid better now, and Netflix has decided to pull out. So it looks like Paramount is now getting Warner Brothers instead, which is going to be very, very interesting for a lot of different reasons, because not only does Paramount have their own sort of stuff, Paramount with this merger will now own Skydance, TikTok in the United States, Rotten Tomatoes, DC, they own HBO. Paramount will now own CNN if this goes through, which is interesting because Larry Ellison, the owner of Paramount, is pretty close with the Donald Trump administration. So this is potentially going to kind of get a little bit political here. Could be more of a right-wing type different projects and different studio compared to all the other left-wing organizations. And CNN, who is a very left-wing organization, could potentially be kind of dialing it back and going to the right. They've been having a lot more right-wing pundits on their networks lately. So that could be interesting to see how this goes.
Right-wing by CNN or?
There might have been something to that effect. Where it was at least kind of getting it more toward the center a little more. But yeah, they were still pretty left wing. But yeah, if Ellison gets their hands on it though, and this merger is expected to kind of maybe be finalized in the next 6 to 12 months, yeah, they're a completely right wing person, or at least supporter, is going to be on this. So I think this is a good thing in a way, because Netflix was so woke and so left wing. They were doing certain things on their network that weren't great, and it's just it kind of breaks up the. There's so much one side in the world of Hollywood. This would be another side. Kind of, it's nice to have a little bit of both. So it's just better than just being completely, lambasted with like one viewpoint all the time. But if this were to go through, not only would that be part of the big thing here, they would also own such franchises as Harry Potter, Mad Max, The Conjuring, The Matrix, the It series, Lord of the Rings, Gremlins, Mission Impossible, Game of Thrones, Nightmare on Elm Street, True Detective, Sopranos, The Wire, Mortal Kombat, Transformers, all of DC. They will also own Star Trek, A Quiet Place, Ninja Turtles, Paranormal Activity, Cloverfield, G.I. Joe, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Garfield, Sonic the Hedgehog, Top Gun, Jackass, Looney Tunes, Scooby-Doo, and the list goes on and on. So this would be a huge merger underneath the umbrella of Paramount.
You might as well put it all under one, because
damn.
Yeah. Before we get off of movies and before we start politics, I need you to play something, because I want to talk about the possibilities of AI helping us get past our current situation with characters.
Well, but yeah, if you've seen a lot of them AI videos online, that's definitely relevant to the movie stuff, which I'll show in just a second. But what this also means, Paramount has also announced that once this finalizes, they do plan to keep Warner Brothers Discovery's creative teams in place, which means James Gunn and Peter Safran will continue to be the head of DC Studios. So everything that's going on with DC and their reboot will continue along that path right now, unless something changes. So that's good news to hear. As well as Paramount has also announced that they will release a minimum of 30 films per year among all their studios, from Skydance, Paramount, and Warner Brothers. So that'll be about 15 per studio, with a 45-day theatrical window globally for each release. So Netflix was going to cut it down to basically no window, put it right on their service, and probably kill the movie theater industry. Paramount's going to keep it alive. So I think this is going to help that in regards to that as well. But again, they got to figure out the whole cost and all that sort of stuff we've talked about many times too. So it's a nice, I think it's going to be better at the end of the day. A lot of people feel like this is bad because they just don't like Trump and the administration and the right-wing ideology. Whatever, but again, you're going to have more of a balance in the world of Hollywood, and I think that is something desperately needed. So I think this is going to be a good thing overall. So, but yeah, what's the thing you wanted to send about the?
So I sent you Overwatch and The Guardian, the Alpha Warrior. Okay, I just want you to play their opening.
Oh,
their opening,
because it's all done by AI, and I'm thinking, like, Aaron, I know you've probably got loads of story ideas, and if you could make your stories into an AI short film like these guys did with their, I think it could work. So just watch this and you'll get a kick out of it. It's awesome.
So this is all done with AI. Let's check it out. And if you've seen a lot of the stuff on AI doing movie like stuff, it's been really good lately. It's going to get to the point where you ain't going to need actors no more. So let's check it out. Part of it.
Hold on one second. Before you say we don't need actors, I want to say something about that too after this.
Okay. I just want to make sure I got it started. Is it going to stay on that for a long time?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't fast forward it.
Oh, that's fine.
They really went all out for themselves here. It's awesome. I love it. You know, Josh needs to work on something.
There we go.
The enemy fighting to save the day. They never give up. They're always there. Forcing the normies to take red pills every day.
Like
this kind of reminds me like G.I. Joe back in the day in some
like that.
That's pretty
cool. What's cool was Josh was in the Navy and Alf was a Marine.
Yeah.
And they totally killed it.
If I had the talent to do some of this stuff, I wouldn't mind making some of this stuff too.
Yeah, like the way
and some of this you got to pay for a lot just to get it done.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're going to use it,
Yeah.
Why not? You know,
especially like to produce a show, like even if it's just, like start off with shorts.
fuck,
Like,
you could
the
do a whole
entrance, like-
wrestling show with AI
Yeah,
characters.
I know. Yeah. Hell, I just want the transitions to look that good or something like that. You know, or intro.
that's
Maybe I
that
can see
would
what I
be
can
really
do with it
cool.
one of these days. But you know, again, I gotta have the money
But
for
that's
it.
why,
Yeah.
like, I love these guys, and they're like a family. So they're anyway.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, I don't know. If, like I was kind of alluding to, like, you know, some of these, like you'll see Superman versus Thor, like going through X, and it's an AI fight scene that they put together. It's Chris Hemsworth or Henry Cavill, and it looks like a big budget Hollywood, you know, fight scene. I mean, it may not be perfect, but it's close. You know,
and
pretty impressive.
You know, movies, documentaries are. Wow, I got really blurry.
There you are.
There you go.
Bunny, I talk about her a lot. Jelly Roll's wife. She just wrote a book. Her book may become a movie. Documentaries and people talking about their lives, and Hollywood actors talking about the days they did their own stunts. And you know, you'd like hear wrestlers talk about the old days. I think
putting
maybe
that on an
that
AI image, yeah.
But you know, if they're not required to act so much, let's talk about, you know, it wasn't the war they did, it was this kind of thing. So
yeah,
maybe that's what we transition to.
Yeah, and Mike said, sorry, I'll take real humans over AI, to each their own though. But and you're not wrong, but a lot of stuff you watch in movies already is fake. I mean, the actors may be real.
It's all
and a lot of times
CGI and shit,
yeah,
green
so
screen. You
it's
think
all
they really
fake.
blow it up and there's really aliens?
I mean, I get what you're saying, and even, you know, actors in
But
Hollywood don't
there's
want to be put out of
still-
work and all that. And
There's still somebody writing the story. There's just not that physical person behind the
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
You're still seeing it flat on a screen.
It's all movie magic at the end of the day, to really be honest with
Yeah.
you. A little sidetrack here. Mike said, by the way, I've said this before. I love the 40-Year-Old Virgin. Great movie, by the way. And it makes me hate myself knowing how much money I could have gotten had I taken care of or even not opened all my toys, for sure. And, you know, and I've opened a lot of mine, so I understand the feeling. But yeah, that's just if you know, you want them out of the box, you want them out of the box. And he said, by the way, I saw this one on Facebook. If you had to watch a movie on a loop for 24 hours, what one would you want it to be? I'd probably go with an old reliable that I could watch over and over again, not get tired. Probably just the original Star Wars, personally.
No.
That's me, though. You know, I mean, everybody else is different.
Brandon, I gotta go with whatever you go with, but
Legitimately, I think a movie that I was thinking about this the other day. I think the movie Drop Dead Fred. I know not everybody knows what that movie is.
I've heard of it,
but
I don't know.
it is probably one of my favorite movies. The story was hilarious. The character was.
you know what? I
hilarious,
think
but, like,
if I had to pick one, it'd be Friday, just because.
Yeah. Hey, I like it better than the sequels. The original was great.
Yeah.
You know, the sequels were okay, but they didn't quite live up. If you got Chris
first one
Tucker
was-
back, I'd have liked it more, probably.
The
you
first
know?
one
I
was the
think
first
Brandon
one-
could fucking recite that
the whole fucking movie, word for word, the whole movie.
We'll have to watch it. Well,
Verbatim.
I'm
Yeah.
no exaggeration.
Have you ever, like, Aaron, have you seen it?
No.
Oh my God.
Oh,
We are
God,
going
bro.
to watch it this summer in the backyard. Like,
I mean, I'm
on
down for
screen.
that. I'm down for that, but I don't know. Would you think it'd be something Aaron would like, though? I don't know.
Aaron, I
Right,
don't
we
care
can
if
hang
he
out
likes
way
it or
too
not.
much.
He has to watch it.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd hate it, but
We bought all of them. We bought the set,
Yeah.
didn't we?
Yeah, a whole set. I
Yeah,
have the
we
got
got
the
it.
whole
We're just
set.
gonna watch
3
it.
or 4. I don't know. There's at least 3.
Full,
Well, yeah, whatever it is.
There's been rumored for a long time to do another one, but
there, yeah, but
I don't know if it will
I think
ever
after
happen.
Witherspoon passed away.
Yeah, but you can still do it with Chris Tucker and Ice Cube, but yeah, I
Yeah,
hear.
I mean, you
And
could bring them back,
Debo's no
but,
longer
like,
with us.
Yeah, Pops was a huge part of the first one. Like, it's kind. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who eats grapes like that, but
I don't know. Hilarious, dude.
You eat everything like that now, Brandon.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
That's why.
My God.
All right. Well, let's keep moving along here so we can get out of here sometime tonight because we do got quite a bit of politics, but kind of a quick sports segment though. So let's get into that real quick if I can Okay, in the world of sport.
Oh,
yeah.
real quick. So my movie that I could watch on a loop would probably be the original Magnificent Seven.
Okay.
Mine
With
would
Gold Renner.
no Star Wars on loop.
No,
that's just my cup of tea. Obviously, the kids
Every
you probably don't even know what this hat
seen-
means, so it's okay.
It's either a fight scene or like nothing. I don't know. I can't.
Isn't that Black Swan?
Which is kind of crazy, really, when you think about it. I know Miranda probably don't know a ton about Star Wars, and that's fine. But when Star Wars at its core is about like how governments take over, fascistic dictatorial regimes, and how
I probably
you
really
think you would
like
like
it
that.
if I had the attention span for it.
Right. It's funny.
It's just like Star Trek. I probably know more. Like my mom used to watch Star Trek, and I probably like could tell you more what they said. I have no idea what it meant because I didn't pay attention to it. I don't know.
If I'm being real honest, I think that Star Trek is a better storyline than Star Wars. So
you shut your face. No, I'm kidding. I like both. Okay. Outside of that new Star Trek series, it looks terrible.
Said you shut your whore mouth.
I didn't say those words, but with that attitude, I did.
I mean, honestly, though, I always thought that Star Wars was like a far distant future to Star Trek, like back in a future where Earth became so widespread, I guess, that
it's almost minuscule at that point.
Yeah, it's not even like nobody cares about Earth, and it's not even called that anymore.
Yeah, Earth's not even a thing in Star Wars. You know, it's a thing in Star Trek. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. Mike said I lived through a Lord of the Rings, all the Lord of the Rings movies. I'm sure Aaron can survive Friday. He said, by the way, I like Friday. So yeah, I mean, Friday's a fun movie.
Oh, that's right. You're trashed.
Oh, about that.
You know what? Because Friday was just that's how we grew up.
Yeah. It's more relatable. I can see that. Mike said E.T. the Extraterrestrial, the old Steven Spielberg movie, was in Star Wars. He never lowered himself to being in Star Trek.
Wow.
He was a cameo in Star Wars. You had to look or you'd miss him. He was in the Galactic Republic Senate, but yes. So he was there. But
they wouldn't show up in Star Trek because they don't talk to unintelligible races.
Wow, that's messed up.
Yes.
He gets his Reese's Pieces. He's fine. That's okay. Pieces.
Wow.
Anyway. Hey, and by the way,
how they get space travel, I don't know. I think someone interfered, broke some laws, and now they've got a race that doesn't know what they're doing, flying around in a spaceship.
Hey, headcanon. It's always fun. By the way, for those of you who are sticking around for the Rumble exclusive portion of the show, you might see a little bit of an ET cameo there as well. So looking forward to that. Keep an eye out. You'll find out. But anyway, yeah, we'll see. Anyway, but in the world of sports here, we got.
Sorry, that's one movie they have not remade, and I hope they don't.
Yeah, I hope they don't either. No, leave
they can't.
Yeah, I don't think they will, and I hope they don't either. But anyway, he's doing some other extraterrestrial stuff with the Disclosure Day this year, which looks good too. So, when it comes to the world of the NFL, we got a few news items. Tyreek Hill has been released by the Miami Dolphins, so that'll be an interesting change up there. You got any thoughts on Tyreek Hill? Obviously, bit of a troublemaker here and there, for sure.
I'm a bitch.
Yeah. You think he goes back to Kansas City? I mean, he burned that fucking bridge, though.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
still got some speed, I don't know.
But he's not what he once was. I mean, he's still fast. Don't get me wrong, but that cheetah speed may not be quite up to Cheeto level at this point. I don't know, but that he's just got to stay out of trouble. That's the big thing with him. So I get it. If you're Miami, it sounds like you're trying to get things corrected down there. So we'll see how that goes. Mike Evans for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is returning for 2026 season, which is interesting because he's starting to get up there in age. He's in his mid to late 30s, I think, at this point now. So he's starting to get up there. And of course, he's
crazy to say.
He has had 11 1,000-yard seasons, only 3 behind Jerry Rice. So that shows you how good he is. I don't know if he'll be able to get to the 14 or not. He was just shy, I think, last year, if I'm not mistaken. Had a little bit of injuries, but yeah, still a good player, though.
Aaron Rodgers is 40.
I know, but receivers, Rodgers ain't got to do all that running.
Thinking about Rodgers. Are you going to talk about him?
Not this week, no.
All right.
Yeah, Rodgers is trash.
As far as I know, he's still part of the Steelers. Nothing's changed. But well, I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean like he's not left or.
I know, like it's Is he on one of his darkness retreats?
Oh, that I don't know.
Is he on mushrooms like some of us?
I mean, do you mind if he has 12 wins and goes to the playoffs again?
No, I'd like to know what the fuck he's doing next year.
Yeah. Well, I think with Mike McCarthy there, if he wasn't going to play, I think he probably would have said so by now. But you'll know by the draft. I have a feeling. No, for sure. You'll know by then. Because free agency is in March as well, which is right around the corner. So we'll get more news when it comes
you guys
to
are acting nonchalant about it, but we thought it was 1 year and done. So
yeah, that's true.
I'm kind of wondering, like, if it was the Colts, you'd be wondering. We'd be talking.
Yeah, because well, there was a news item on the Colts this week, so we are going to mention that.
Yeah, fuck you.
Well, there was nothing newsworthy on Large. When we know, I'll bring it up. I promise.
Look, I got a lot of shit talking to do. I missed a few weeks.
No, you're fine. I love it. So we also know that Kyle Pitts, the franchise tag has been used on him, so the tight end for the Atlanta Falcons are going to stay there. But Kirk Cousins has been released. I pray he does not end up in Indy. We don't need that. We don't need to.
Shut your whore mouth.
I know Daniel Jones may not be ready by the beginning of the season, but we don't need all of this.
But Cousins sounds like a good name for Indy. Luck Cousins and
yeah. Well, I've been hearing rumors that maybe Daniel Jones wants a bigger payday than they're willing to maybe give him, so they may end up franchising him and paying Pierce. We'll have to see. But both guys are priority at this point. But the Cowboys are also franchised.
I'm talking about my quarterback, and you guys are arguing about getting. See. Yeah. We just skated over my question. Like, it's nonchalant. I hope somebody.
Well, I'll
here. At least back. Oh, you're a Colts fan too. You ain't gonna back me up. Mom, are you listening yet?
The Colts have given permission to Anthony Richardson to seek a trade, though. So it sounds like he will not be a part of the Colts for very much longer, depending on what the trade value could be. I don't think we're getting our number 1 picks back, but at the same time, better than to get something than nothing. There's also rumors going around that the Colts are looking to potentially let Michael Pittman go. That would be more of a salary cap thing. A lot of rumors going around there that maybe he could get traded to Arizona for Marvin Harrison Jr. To have Marvin's kid come home to India, as it were. But we'll see if that ends up playing out. It's a rumor at this point. But Richardson looks like he's on the move if he can find a trade that's suitable to the Colts. Not unsurprising at this point with the way his young NFL career has played out so far. You think they're giving up on him too soon, or is it probably the right time since he can't stay healthy even with a band that uses it? I know. Get something out of him, I think, is better than nothing. It's going to suck if he goes somewhere and ends up good, but I can see, somebody like the Jets.
What? If that happens, if that happens, fuck them. Like, I don't know. Like, because, it clearly didn't work out here for whatever reason. If he goes somewhere else, it works out. Then it's not like, well, it wasn't him, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Well, I also think it's not all him. It's a lot him, but the Colts it's a part on them as well. It's not. I mean, when they put him out there, he didn't do it. I mean, this didn't help. The tap out thing did not help.
No, after that was a lot.
I think after that, I think they were done, and you could clearly tell. So that's probably playing a lot of it for sure. But yeah, Mike said, what do you think is the biggest what if in the history of the NFL? What if Ryan Leaf had been drafted by the Colts instead of Peyton Manning? We'd be terrible still. We'd be on Browns level if that were the case. That would be my number 1 what if. You guys got a what if would have happened maybe? What if Nick Harper, or was it Nick Harper's wife or girlfriend hadn't stabbed him in the leg, so he maybe could have tackled Ben Roethlisberger after that Jerome Bettis fumble? What would have been that year too? We might have had 2 Super Bowls. I mean, that's another what if for the Colts.
You know what? I don't try to dwell on the past. Like, my God, you guys. Holy shit. I thought I was ready.
That's all we got.
Oh, my God.
Miranda's coming in like a fireball, and I like it. Anyway, for Mike said, he said it for him, it was what if John Elway doesn't refuse to play for the Baltimore Colts who had drafted him? Do the Colts ever come to Indy? That's a good point. Had John Elway stayed with the Baltimore Colts, Indy may not have moved or came here at all. They'd have been the Baltimore Colts still to this day. So that's interesting to know. So there's a lot of those situations.
I got a big what if. What if I wouldn't have got laid off and wouldn't have started working at Amwell and never met Brandon? That's the big what if I thought about.
That's a big what if.
Yeah.
Well, Aaron lost internet, so.
Well, how did Aaron lose internet? We're usually the ones going through.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it's because we didn't talk about the Fucking Ravens.
Ravens. Hey, Mike just mentioned Baltimore Colts, but anyway, I don't know what. Again, he's from Utah. What is he? So
Yeah.
But they got nothing over there for sure. But hey, the Indiana though may have another franchise soon. It sounds like the Chicago Bears are moving to Indiana, just about 20 minutes down the road from their current stadium in Soldier Field. They may build a new stadium in Hammond, Indiana, not far outside of Gary. So it sounds like they're not going to call themselves the Indiana Bears. It's still going to be Chicago. Let's not forget that the Giants, the Jets actually play in New Jersey, and they still call themselves the New York Jets. And there's a couple other teams like that as well. So, but yeah, the Indiana Bears, it sounds like the Bears are going to actually play football in the state of Indiana here soon if I think things work out with the Indiana government. So we'll see how that goes. But a lot of those Bears fans from back in the day when there were no Colts fans here because the Colts weren't here yet, maybe they come back out of the woodwork even more and start to support their local team. We'll see how that ends up going. But yeah, do you think that's a good move?
Well, I'm going to say this, and Pat did too. Illinois already has legalization.
Yeah.
And so does everybody else around us. Did you hear the segment about he had governor on? They were talking about marijuana and how Pat was high as hell talking about it with him in Indiana and how Indiana doesn't want to legalize, but everybody else around us is. I'm just pointing that out. But Illinois fans, not only are they losing there, but they're going to have to come here and not have a legal state.
Well, it's just funny too because even the Bears organization, even they are fed up with the Illinois government. I mean, let's be quite honest with you. So I mean, again, they don't want to pay the property taxes. They want to put their stadium there, but they just won't work with them and all sorts. So it's like even they're done with it.
But they're trying to emphasize, we gotta focus on our issues here now. If we're gonna bring this stuff here, we have more issues to fix, and it goes back to those pharmaceutical companies freaking doing stupid things and making sure Indiana doesn't legalize.
Money.
Yeah.
I'm just glad Pat was able to talk about it a little bit in a nonchalant kind of way.
Right. I'm sure he
in
can't.
A Pat McAfee kind of way.
And Mike said, I still want to call them the Gary Bears, which I don't think they're going to actually be in Gary, but it's going to be right there. So hopefully it'll improve that area of the state as well because it can definitely use it.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's
but I don't know.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see if that ends up helping the local area here. Before we get into our last wrestling or sports topic, I wanted to say Mike sent a text that said a quick wrestling note. Apparently, general manager on SmackDown, Nick Aldis, announced that after Elimination Chamber, Drew McIntyre will defend against Cody Rhodes on SmackDown next week. So we could be getting what was it, Randy Orton against Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania now, if that's the case. Cody Rhodes beats Drew McIntyre for the title, and then you get that one-on-one matchup. That may be where they're going. It kind of sucked for Drew McIntyre in that case. Or again, maybe that becomes a triple threat like we already kind of talked about. So we'll have to wait and see how it goes. But yeah, that's adding more intrigue to next week's show, no doubt. For sure. Yeah, Gary Bears. Yeah, he's not Gare Bears. Gare Bears. That was okay. I thought you just misspelled Gary. My bad. I know you're probably playing on the fact that Miranda's a fan of the Care Bears for sure. But for sure. Anywho, but the last topic I wanted to get into here, apparently it was announced this week after the Mandalorian trailer drop, which I found ironic because Gina Carano, many of you remember, was fired by Disney from the Mandalorian television show and her character Cara Dune after she made some tweets, which I still believe were not nearly as bad as Pedro Pascal's. But apparently Gina Carano is fighting Ronda Rousey on May 16th live on Netflix. This is going to be better than Paul and Mike Tyson, for sure. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, no doubt in my opinion. So this could be worth watching. The reason why I find it ironic that this news dropped right after the Mandalorian trailer dropped is because this fight takes place 1 week before the Mandalorian movie hits theaters. There may be a possibility here where Cara Dune's character with Gina Carano may be returning to the Mandalorian film. It's just some interesting timing there. You know what I'm saying? So some of there was rumors at the time where Gina got fired. Maybe the old leadership at Lucasfilm was part of the reason why she got fired. Maybe the fact that there's new leadership there now, she may be back in it. So I don't know. I just thought it was kind of interesting timing for that announcement. But yeah, this fight looks like a lot of fun. They've been doing the face-offs and all this sort of stuff. I think they're going to have like a press conference, I think in March, if I'm not mistaken, to kind of build this fight up and stuff as well. Are you guys looking forward to Ronda versus Gina? Or do you think it's going to kind of be underwhelming like some of these fights we've had big billing for? Or is this, I actually think Gina's going to knock her out pretty quick. I really do.
I kind of hope that happens. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I just don't know because
I never liked Ronda.
I didn't mind what she did like in WWE or anything. I didn't really follow her MMA stuff a lot. I know she was undefeated for a long period of time, but I don't know. Since that one loss, she really wasn't the same since in a lot of people's minds, I think. And Gina's coming, she's stacked, boy. You know what I mean? So I mean, I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm looking forward to it.
Like a real fight?
Yeah, this is an MMA fight. Yeah, they both got history in it, so yeah, this could be fun. Like I said, I'm taking Gina. I don't know how early, but I think she's gonna knock Ronda out. I really do.
When is it?
May 16th. I believe it's a Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. Any takers? Any?
I don't know, man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I go. I don't know.
Yeah. You think it'll at least be a good fight?
I'm hoping so. I hope it's not one of those.
Yeah, I hope it's a fight, but I hope she
fights.
wins.
Yeah.
Like,
Is there gonna be more on the card?
Oh, I'm sure. But this is the main event. I couldn't tell you what the rest of the card is or anything. I mean, this may be the only thing, but I'm pretty sure there's more on there as well. This is not UFC. It's a MVP, whatever that is. I mean, I don't know who's running it or anything like that. It's kind of new to me. But like I said, MMA fights not my forte. But yeah, this one I would be looking for. I would check out for sure. Maybe we'll have to find a feed on that or somewhere or whatnot. But yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna have to watch this.
Yeah, so definitely looks like a lot of fun to me. So if you're into it, for sure. Like I said, I can't remember the last time that I watched an MMA fight. Probably when Eric and I watched Anderson Silva break his leg against Nate Diaz. Yeah, that was.
Oh God.
Yeah, poor. And the spider wasn't really the same after that much either.
See, you guys get me excited to watch fights, and then you remind me that most of the time something breaks, and I don't want to see that.
Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart, for sure. But yeah, and I think they even did a little promo.
Yeah,
back it up a little there. Yeah, just a little deal here they were doing to kind of build up the fight for sure. So yeah, looks like a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna probably check it out for sure that weekend. So yeah, we just a couple months away. So again, ain't too much, too much time you gotta wait, no doubt. So yeah, I don't know. That's kind of all I got for sports tonight. So you guys got anything else for that?
Nope.
No. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. No doubt about it. I don't know if we're ever going to get Aaron back. I mean, I told him if his internet came back, but
it should
died. It did die. See, when yours dies, yours comes back at least. So I don't know if that's going to be a thing for him or not. But anyway, maybe he'll come back. Maybe he won't. We'll have to wait and see. But you probably won't know if you're watching YouTube and Facebook because we're about to switch over to Rumble here in a minute for our news and politics segment.
Why would an MMA have a ladder?
Huh? A ladder?
Read the comment, Mike.
Oh, sorry. Maybe Miranda will watch an MMA ladder match. Okay, I got you.
Why would that?
Maybe. No, she wouldn't watch a ladder match regardless of MMA, WWE or not. You know that.
Yeah, she fucking hates ladder matches.
Do you at least like seeing them use a ladder match as a weapon? Or, I know you don't like the climbing part.
No.
Just all brutal, too brutal. I got you. I was just curious. Just to know exactly what the reason was.
It's like, why? I mean, I get it. You got to climb the ladder. You can't climb, you can't throw the ladder and then also take 10 minutes to climb the ladder.
Right. Yeah. If I fell off on one of them ladders, I would need more than 10 minutes just to get up, let alone.
Yeah.
I don't know how those guys and gals do it, but they get paid more than I do to do it, and they'll probably pay for it for the rest of their lives too.
She hates that you climb up the ladder too fast, and now you got to stall at the top, act like you can't unhook. Like that part pisses her off. Like when you get there,
you climb too slow. It's like you guys just got get there and time it right, and knock it over. You can't.
I've noticed. I know AEW a little bit. It seems like they at least try to climb faster, but yeah, I mean, even so, you still got to do it's a whole timing thing. I understand. It's just part of the gimmick.
Because I know, like,
if
he's not supposed to win it, then he's not going to get up there.
Right.
So I know that, but whatever.
I understand.
Brandon,
all right, guys. when and it's like what Brandon always says too. Like, we watched wrestling for so long, me and him, and I'm sure you've watched it for quite a long time too. That in order to surprise us anymore, it's a difficult task. Mike's the same way. And when you can do that, it's better. We know a lot about the ins and outs and stuff, and sometimes like tonight's show, I'm sure it was fine, but on Elimination Chamber, I just thought it was an okay show because they just didn't do anything to wow me personally. But again, sure a lot of fans really enjoyed it. I'm just one of those guys who've watched it for 30 plus years now, and it takes a lot to wow me anymore. And sometimes it's just kind of there, but that's okay. That's part of pro wrestling too, unfortunately. It's, but it's harder to do when you watch as much as we have. Mike says, way my body is going 10 minutes climbing a ladder would be amazing. All right. Hitting the sack king. He had to throw the last bit in there. He said, hope to join you again next week. Yeah, I think we plan on having another one Friday night as everybody's available to do so. So I think that's what we're planning to do. So, all right, well, let's get into the last portion. So we're going to be switching over to Rumble now. So for those
I want to know why we get to do Mike's portion why we can't do politics first so I can go to bed early. Mike has to stay up and wait.
Well, we always designed it to where, like,
I know, Eric,
anybody.
shut up.
I know.
You don't have
I'm
to
just
explain it.
Okay, well, I'm just
I know why
you asked. I put it out there.
It's not just like they can't handle politics.
I know. But for those of you who can, we're going to be going over to Rumble and X exclusively right now. So if you're watching us on YouTube and Facebook, we'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, the whole thing. Do all that sort of good stuff. For those of you who are sticking around, do just that. Stick around. We'll be back in about 3 minutes or so, and we'll be hitting the news and politics. Here we go.